And welcome everybody once again to After Dark Special Friday Night Edition. And in a few minutes, we got a special guest joining us tonight, Bullwhip Ballard. A really hot young wrestler on the independent wrestling scene who is getting closer and closer to really making a name for himself. He's worked hard over the last few years. He is coming from a show tonight, actually, as we get into After Dark, and is going to stop by the house and stop by the studio and talk to us for a little while. Chill out and talk about wrestling and the ups and downs and what happens with in the world of professional wrestling and what it's really like. Because I don't think a lot of people understand. With me in the studio today, you got me, Big Daddy Storm. You got my cohort over here, Brody, hogging on our side of the table. You've got, of course, Tiger Williams. Between us, about 137 years worth of wrestling experience. It seems like it's a lot. It's a lot. And, of course, you heard the little stupid, crazy-ass chihuahua running across the living room floor. Because why not? Because why not? Can't have a professional show. Nope. Not possible. Not in this chaos.
We have to get a better studio.
No, we have to get a dogless studio.
That's what I'm saying.
So, yeah.
A better studio.
The problem is I love my dogs.
Huh?
Problem is I love my dogs.
Once you get this new house,
it's wild.
You know,
once we get into the new house, it's different.
Books and stuff. You know,
Maybe.
I'm a famous author.
PSA tonight, folks, by the way, as always.
Yeah, we need to do the PSA.
But we are going to calm it down tonight, so this will be a little calmer version of After Dark tonight. So, our motto has always been, if you can't handle harsh language and salty conversation, this probably isn't the podcast for you. But we are going to tone it down for our guests tonight because we do actually have company coming in tonight. Not just a bunch of yahoos in here drinking, which we are doing.
Right.
So make no mistake.
I think we should do the bet again.
About swearing?
Whoever says the F word has to take a drink.
Whenever you...
A shot.
Yes, a shot. A strong shot. Full shot. Nothing that's been... And a shot that's not watered down, by the way.
We don't have
straight alcohol. Straight alcohol. So that's what we're gonna do. It'll be a fun show tonight. Looking forward to it. That Chihuahua's gonna have to be shut up though, because we are not listening to this all night long.
Alan's coming too.
All right, still same applies. One Chihuahua or the other Chihuahua, whichever one.
No 2 count.
How do you want me to get him to shut up?
Huh?
How do you want me to get him to shut
Well, you
up?
can tape his mouth, or you can put him in another room, or whatever.
You know, you can
But
buy
that dog.
Those, you know you can buy those.
That dog.
You're not putting a muzzle on
That
him.
dog.
You gonna put a muzzle on it?
She acts like a muzzle's gonna hurt a dog.
No.
Why?
No reason. There's no reason. There's no reason.
There's no reason. It's just
It's
she doesn't want.
just the fact that you said muzzle and that dog.
Oh.
That's the reason.
Oh, okay.
Let's be clear.
That dog.
And this goes to what I was saying beforehand, before we ever come on the show. It's hard for us to run a professional show when we got this stuff going on all the time.
That dog's just special. You can put a muzzle on.
No.
No, I just didn't want him getting any more uglier than he already is.
We tell you, that dog is not ugly. He's prissy. He's the best looking thing in the house.
I'm talking about attitude.
Dude, there's nothing gonna change his attitude.
Well,
His attitude's the
It
issue.
keeps him from barking while we're doing our show.
That's the point.
Still gonna try to bark.
Somebody just walked in. Who walked in?
Yes, that's them coming in from the outside and stuff, and then that dog going crazy, non-stop.
Who's coming in?
My daughter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, coming in from the outside, so that sort of thing. That sort of thing right there.
You want a piece of pizza? I got some
So,
pepperoni right
as I said, we're getting into it and going, well, no, I don't want, I'm full.
You full?
I'm full, buddy.
I don't know. But
We've had pizza, we're waiting on Bullwhip to get here, but we're going to be talking about wrestling and all kinds of stuff tonight. So, let's get into it. A lot happening, a lot of stuff going on. It is a wild, wild time in the wrestling world, especially when you think of wrestling and how it's going these days and the resurgence of interest in the business. Mm-hmm. You know, we went through a lull that was pretty rough there for a long, long time.
Let's say every 10 years it comes back.
And it really has been. I think more and more people are also starting to, you know, it's funny, I was watching a podcast earlier, and people are talking about, well, they're like, well, you know, how do you feel when people tell you that wrestling is fake? And And they made a good point because, and this was a Drew McIntyre interview actually.
Really?
And he had a great point to this. Like, you don't tell Daniel Day-Lewis that what he's doing is fake. You know that what he's doing is entertaining you. He knows, that dude is actually not Abraham Lincoln on the screen.
Right.
Is a guy portraying Abraham Lincoln. His job is to entertain you and do that. And that's what wrestling is. Wrestling, except the difference is that we don't have a stuntman that comes in and takes our place, right? We are that guy. All right? There's no extra cushion or padding, and the injuries mount, and you have to wrestle injured all the time. It's a wild and crazy thing that we do in this business. And it's nonstop. You don't get a cut. There's no
You have to have a
retakes and reshoots. It's one take, and you're out there putting your body on the line.
You got to have a certain type of heart to do this business.
You really do. It's so difficult. So it's not like people are saying, well, it's predetermined, and it's still a hell of a business to try to do, to put your body out there, because 99% of people can't do it. I would say 99.5% of people out there can't do it and won't do it because of the pain involved in it. I mean, you figure how bad we hurt now, right? The hips are the worst.
Yeah.
You think it's your lower back, it's really your hips. Your hips are absolute just trashed from all of the collisions you take in that ring.
Well, if you think
On
about
the
it,
mat.
90% of your falls are on your hips.
They really are. If Bullwhip ain't late, he ain't showing up at all. Oh, he's on his way. He's actually, well, I got you. That's true. No, you are true. I just read that wrong, but you are right. Bullwhip, are you saying Bullwhip's late by nature? Big
He's
face.
late to everything he goes to.
Everything. Right? Bullwhip is on time for Bullwhip. And that's what it is. But we knew that going into this.
Yeah, well,
We'll see
how
when he gets here.
We'll see how that works later on in life.
That's right. We're waiting to see it. We're also waiting to see if he actually gets here. He's supposed to be right around the corner. Like I said, he came from a show tonight. Bullwhip came from a show tonight. So, we're going to, we're lotting in that. We ordered pizza. We got drinks a-flowing. As usual, it's a Friday night. And we're going to have a good time. That's for sure. So if you end up having questions, you're new to the channel, you're new to the... We're also on TikTok, by the way, so you can join us on TikTok if you want to, at the Big Daddy Store. Go there, check us out. You got questions, ask your questions. If you're new, or this is something you didn't know anything about wrestling or want to know, ask. Right? Ask. We're not going to be offended. We are not going to be offended. It's one of those things, dude. It's one of those things. Because I get that a lot of people don't understand or don't like it. I've been putting up with the lateness for 21 years, Big Daddy. I hear you, buddy. That makes sense. That does make sense.
Is that his brother?
Yeah. Yeah. But we are going to have a good time. We're definitely going to do it. And by the way, check out my my Mando decanter. This thing's awesome. That thing's awesome.
He can't.
There's a lot of bourbon.
He can't do it. He can't do it. He can't do the show without saying the F word.
It's going to bug him in it. That's why. Is that why Tiger hasn't talked yet?
That's why he ain't said nothing.
I'm not talking till I'm on camera.
He ain't pulled his mic to him or anything. You look at it. Your arm is right there in camera. It's right there.
If I'm not on camera,
You're on camera.
I will sit here and drink beer.
What a prima donna.
Yep.
What a prima donna. This is what,
But a while ago he didn't want it. He didn't want nothing to do. He don't want nothing to do with wrestling.
The planet.
I don't want
nothing to do with wrestling.
It's been a
You don't want to be. You don't want nobody to know who you are.
he said, I don't have to be on camera. I don't have to.
I don't want nobody to know who I am.
I don't have to be on
I ain't
camera.
on camera.
And now he's sad about it.
That's not, I'm not saying it.
Now he's sad about it.
I'm having a good
Now
time.
he's feeling a little spicy about it.
I'm having a good time.
He's feeling a little certain way about not being on camera.
I told somebody was going to be on Facebook. I'm trying to get us. Hey, where's Eva?
It's wild, dude. It's craziness. That's all I'm telling you. It's craziness
All right,
tonight.
well, tell her
We're gonna have a good time, but it's
that the
crazy.
After Dark show is on YouTube
After Dark is on YouTube and TikTok.
and on TikTok.
So you can join us either way.
Billy.
You can join us either
Who
way.
you talking to?
Gonna have a good time.
Yes, sir. There you go. All right, well, let her know she wanted to watch. All right, then. Bye.
That's right. So we've been challenged tonight not to drop F-bombs. It's gonna be difficult for some people in this room.
I won the last one. You drank 9 drinks.
Set up.
Set up my butt.
It was set up.
It was
It was
a lot
not
of
set
stuff.
up.
Set up.
Nope.
Complete, total, utter set up.
Nope.
I'm not talking. I'm not on camera. Yeah, go ahead.
So
Where's our guest?
So once again, you got Big Daddy Storm here, you got Brody Hawk, and you got Powdy McPowderson on the other side over there. Jen down there on the end. And,
Nathan over in the corner.
That's right. We're waiting on our guest to arrive. He's on his way from a show. So
Mess
it's
up my
a,
glasses. Ain't that what you told me?
it's a big deal.
In Missouri, don't mess up your glasses. But you mess up my glasses.
Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. All right.
No, you don't.
So tomorrow we have a big show in Somerville,
show?
Tennessee.
Do you know what we're doing?
Doesn't matter. We're going to whoop the grizzle dizzle out of the people that we're going to wrestle. All right, we're going to whip the people's buttocks. Right?
We're going to kick their booty.
God, how just sad does that sound, dude?
We're going to kick their booty.
So unmasculine.
We kick them booty.
We'll have to change ourselves to the beta males talking like that.
You fellas, I'm going to kick that booty.
I'm going to hurt you, man. I'm going to go out there and just go,
I'm just going to come out there and slap that booty.
I'm just going to go do the thing. It's going to be bad. We're going to go out there and just give you a good talking to.
Yeah. I'm going to punch you.
That'll show
in your
you.
booty.
Oh, dude.
That was a little far.
That's disgusting. You need to stop.
That was a little far.
You need to stop. Calm down.
Oh, Jesus.
Calm down.
Oh, man.
That's right.
You all right?
Calm down a little bit.
You all right?
Hey,
You.
I'm fine.
Okay.
I'm fine. For somebody who's done
4 shots
4 shots.
and hadn't drank much of your drink.
I haven't, because I had 4 shots.
Is it too much for you?
That's a lot. The alcohol goes straight to you.
Especially when you haven't eaten.
No, especially when you haven't eaten. Definitely, that's the truth. That is the truth.
Excuse me.
Oh, and they fixed how many cookies last week? Did he build on?
Well, I made 38 cookies last week.
That you build on?
38 cookies. And all of a sudden, I get phone calls and we ain't going to even make it.
How many cookies you eat? 37.
I didn't eat any.
He
I
wasn't here.
He wasn't here.
Where were you?
I was out.
Yeah, he was out. So we were left here by ourselves last weekend. All alone. Just me, Jen, no 2 count. That's it. Just us here.
2 count.
After we gotten ready, we made all this good supper and all this good things we made last week. Man.
I was gonna stop and buy some peppers on the way here.
Mm-hmm.
Jalapeno peppers. Poppers.
Yeah, that would have been
But he
good.
said, we can't be a little late. We can't be late.
I mean, I get that. I appreciate that, by the way. I do appreciate that.
We were here at
It
8:06.
don't matter. It's late.
We wasn't gonna be late.
We would have been late if we would have stopped right there.
No. I could have thrown those suckers on the smoker,
That'd have been good.
See?
and boy,
And
that'd
they
been
are
great.
good. When he does that stuff,
Because those bell peppers I did were off the chain.
Oh yeah.
Early warning system, our guest has arrived. I guess you've all heard it out there now.
Well. Bang it up, bang it up.
Has to be as loud as a dog's. Has to be. Like there's no getting around it. There's no getting around it.
Bag it
Don't
up.
matter what I
bag it
say.
up. Bag it up, bag it up.
Yep.
All right, so
Now she's gonna make them smell them for a while. On the way through the house eventually will be Bullwhip Ballard and his lovely wife Olivia. Happy to have him on the show. Finally, after all these years, look who shows up.
We are live.
Bullwhip Ballard in the house.
everybody's been on here talking about how you can't be on time.
The better person, Olivia's in the house.
Got y'all some drinks in the refrigerator.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Yours is an Ole Miss cup, and yours is Valvoline.
I wish.
They're not that stout,
I'm
so
sitting up there. You
don't
sit
feel
by
bad.
Tiger.
No, you can sit
I need the microphone.
No.
Well, you know the good thing about microphone is you can pull it towards you.
Especially this one. Hold on.
You just want to go to the old school. You just want to go to the old school. So there we go. Welcome to our guest right now, Bullwhip Ballard, Olivia Ballard. Here we go. Look at that nice little NWA pulling your head over you. Yeah.
This is what I was told.
Is that what you're doing, flexing?
What?
I can't
That's what the
imagine.
young kids at the show said. It's a flex. I was like, well, I got it off
Like, I don't
the shelf just like
care.
everybody else did.
I heard it, buddy. Tell them.
I said I got it off the shelf just like everybody else did, but I had that promo code. You heard me?
There you go,
I
right?
had that promo code.
Yeah, the promo code. Yes. There we go. So, we don't know Bullwhip very well at all, do we?
Hey.
Or Olivia.
Don't be lying.
They're like brand new people to us. Like, we've never been here with on a journey or anything like that.
What you doing here, buddy?
Lightning.
What, like?
Lightning in a bottle. High quality H2O.
Here we go.
They're in the refrigerator.
I should get them for you. Yeah. Go ahead, pull that mic close to you, Bullwhip, because you're going to need it, buddy.
Look at this.
We made it, bro.
Look at this. He got that. He got that blonde hair going on the table.
Look, I put the Chihuahua up here all the time for the stock market. It's the only way Smalls will stop barking. I put him on the table, like, oh shit.
His name is Smalls.
Yeah.
That's
Oh yeah.
Olivia.
Yeah. He is he's something else.
It was my youngest daughter's dog.
Smelling
and
it.
then
I don't trust you.
Oh, it's true. It's good.
we both
Try
like it, so something's gonna happen. We're all gonna be toast.
Yeah, but
I made
it's
all
not
those
bad.
drinks at the same
like
time,
Kool-Aid.
buddy.
Yeah, it's all good. Brody made that special for you, dude.
Peachy Keen.
He's like, you know what? I gotta look
Can you
out
taste
for
the
him.
peach in it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You like
You
peach
like
or you don't
peach?
like
It's
peach?
got orange juice in it, too.
This is
Secret ingredient.
what?
You fixed that one up for me. Real nice.
we can't tell you what the secret ingredients are in these things.
Yeah,
It might be illegal, but we can't tell that.
but it's good.
On there. But they are good.
Pretty good. Tastes
Mhm.
like peach ring from the gas station.
They do. That is true.
Yeah.
Tastes like what?
The peach ring.
Peach rings.
Oh, I
You know
like
the gummies?
But I like the drink.
Tiger,
I don't like them.
it's good to see you, buddy. You got your hater blockers on. You
No,
got prepared.
he's got the Miyagi glasses on.
Oh, yeah.
Oy.
Just so y'all know, this is what's the deal tonight. If you say the F word, you got to take a shot.
I ain't saying that word.
We got shot.
I gotta drive home.
We got lots of stuff.
Lots of stuff.
Now-
Moonshine,
you look in there,
vodka,
There's a whole top of the
and
all
the inside.
and all kinds of different liquor.
This a college.
Now you can choose your shot.
Yeah.
Northwest.
Northwest.
Yeah, well,
It was a nice
cops
school.
everywhere.
Yep.
Yes, we saw like 3. on the spot.
Everywhere.
Oh yeah.
They cruising the
Well,
strip.
that's
They will.
That's in Toby.
Yeah, they're Santobia. They're watching After Dark going, who we gonna get? They already know better. They already know better.
Huh?
You looking at the case? You see them Elvis glasses?
No,
You're
like
jealous. of-
old. He got plenty of it.
Well, happily, yeah.
Happening. Yeah, well, yeah, you know, it's a dry season. We're going through drought. It's okay.
It is a dry season.
Tiger's being a baby because
Right.
first he says he doesn't want to be
If I'm not
famous.
on camera, I'm not talking.
Well, look how far back you're sitting,
You
asshole.
want to swap places?
I got 2 legs. Just
You could lean into the camera and guess what? Your ass would
I
be
sit
on.
there every week and I have to lean into the camera.
ugly.
Are y'all
Mug is
live?
on camera.
On Facebook?
Bro, you got your security.
So what?
It's on
No, it's gonna be on
and
YouTube
TikTok.
and TikTok.
Your mom-
He just don't want to show his Miyagi face.
Your mama what?
What's happening
his
right
mom
now?
asked.
Yeah, it's on. The link is. Did we put the link on Facebook?
What?
I don't know. I
No,
don't think
they
you did.
That means no. Y'all have
Because-
to. I can't because I'm on live on TikTok too.
Because you had to put the link.
I don't know how to do that.
All right, so you copy the link
Is
from
that the
YouTube.
dog or somebody knocking
Where?
on the door?
No, it's the dog.
No, a dog got fleas. He's a.
Shut up.
He did.
No, my
Copy it
before
from
done.
where?
All right, let me educate y'all.
Why don't you just do it on her phone?
I'm gonna do it on her phone.
There you go. Somebody copied it up there.
My throat don't hurt no more.
So do
Anyways.
this.
Would it hurtful?
Hit share. Put it
So
on
your mom's
Facebook.
trying to find out where we're at.
They gonna watch After Dark.
All right, I copy link. I copied the link, so all you gotta do is go on my Facebook page under that post and paste it on
Your
there.
brother's on
On
there.
my Facebook page or
Okay.
yours?
Mine, go to mine. You'll see my post
Where you see that at?
and put that on there.
How do you know these?
We was talking to him a while ago.
Yeah,
Is it
So he's been
live
going
on
through you
YouTube?
being late for 21 years.
that's all right. I'm about to put it on there.
I don't know about all that.
That's what he said.
That's what he said. Man, that's what he said.
Wasn't he late to his own wedding day
Yeah,
today?
on the comment
We got
section.
there on
Right here
time.
or comment?
No,
Comments.
we was late.
Olivia.
And press it and paste. And hit share. There you go. So the link is out in the comment section. All y'all gotta do is go there and do it.
Oh, yeah.
Drink is good.
That's
Drink
better
is
than
the
the one
truth.
you had in
We
Missouri,
got
ain't it?
Dos Equis, too.
Just
That's the
squash
one you
it.
had better in Missouri, ain't it? What I do? What I do?
You-
I drink in Missouri.
What I do?
Why are you?
You had a Bahama Mama like drink.
Why didn't you just?
It's a
I
mosquito
drink
hole.
Crown and Coke from Charlie
Alright.
Tequila with pickle juice.
There was somebody who drank a dang good Bahama Mama
Yeah,
drink.
it wasn't me.
Bullwhip, what's going on in your life, buddy? Welcome to the show, by the way. First time here. I know, right? All the hard work.
Oh, he had to buy
All the
it
hard
himself,
work.
didn't he?
I did. I bought it myself, but I had the promo code.
It doesn't matter because for those of you who don't know, our very own Bullwhip Ballard, who we love tremendously, actually made his appearance on NWA this past weekend, and he's here to tell you that story. Bullwhip, let's go.
Live and in color.
Let's go. Let's talk about it.
We
Let's
gonna
talk about
So what do
All
you
of
know?
it. So what was your
All
experience?
of it.
I mean, because me and Tiger were kind of talking about a lot of this
I
stuff
don't
earlier.
mention Tiger because he's a.
I really don't want to, but it was the truth. We were talking. We were talking about it.
Tiger.
So
Just disclaimer. Disclaimer.
yes,
There's some stuff I can't really.
of course,
disclose.
absolutely.
I'm gonna try to shy away from names.
Well, I would. Yeah.
I'm gonna try to make the story as entertaining as possible for said viewers.
There you go.
But with because I need to be putting stuff out there that don't need to be put out there.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Because, but here's the truth about a lot of this is that most guys who get in this business, you would hope at one point you had a dream to go somewhere, and then somewhere along the way, 95% of the guys
Look,
lose that
I'll
passion
be-
and desire.
I'll be 100% honest with you. When I got into this 10 years ago, when I first started talking about training, all I wanted to be, honest to God, was I wanted to be one of the local guys. I just wanted to be known in my hometown. That's all I wanted.
Yeah.
Because you had Bill Dundee. He's like, hey, kid, if you want to go to the WWE, it's bullshit. You hang it up. It's not going to happen. It's whatever. But then that was my introduction to wrestling. 2 weeks later, I started training. But that was, Bill Dundee just shot me down.
Yep.
It's a good thing I wasn't reaching for very high up anyway.
Yeah,
at the time.
but there's the problem with that though. Like I love Bill, but the problem is that if you don't have a goal to shoot for, you can't reach a goal. You've got to have something to shoot for.
My goal
Period.
was to get in. You know what I mean? Like that is really all I wanted.
Yeah, but at some point you said,
And then it was
I really want something else.
Well, when I started out, there was no such thing as any sort of show in Memphis. Okay? There was no nothing. There was no Bluff City. There was no other ones. No other ones. Don't want to catch a cease and desist order here on After Dark.
You're not. Just say what you want.
There was no championship wrestling Memphis, or there was no Memphis wrestling. There was
There was
none of
nothing.
that.
There's
was
no
nothing.
avenues.
There was nothing. The
Yeah.
closest thing to Memphis you had was RSWF, and I think maybe SGWA, but I don't even know that was a thing in
Nope.
2014. So I wanted to be a Memphis wrestler. My granddad talked about the Southern Heavyweight Champion, like that was his comic book heroes, Lawler and the Moondogs. To him, that was Batman, Superman. They all come right off the page in real life. My granddad, he got the gimmick from Roy Rogers. The black cowboy suit and the white boots and stuff. That's just what he was interested in, and that was kind of handed to me. But that's all I wanted to be. When I started out, I wanted to be just like him. But eventually, granddad's not here anymore, and I kind of hit like a very. My granddad passed away. It was hard. It was a hard hit because my granddad was the man.
Yeah.
Okay? So when he passed away, I went through this, this spell. Well, like what do I do now? Because I would wrestle on Saturday, church Sunday morning at his house at lunch, showing him videos. 17, 20-year-old me did the same thing every time I went to a show. Well, when he passed away, what do I do now? So I was kind of like on an avenue where I knew I wanted to do something different, but I didn't know what it was. I just knew I just wanted to like change some stuff.
Absolutely.
I never thought I'd be rocking the trunks though. I'll be honest with you.
That
Well,
was a big change.
That was a big change in a short.
but you were also a skinny guy back when you first started too,
Absolutely.
though.
So
I mean,
100, I think I was 170 when I started. I started when I was 17. Mine started training at 16, but my first match I was 17.
yeah. So you're a whole
What
human
was that
bigger than you were when you
tracker
started.
She had in her wallet.
You're a whole human bigger.
Yeah,
Than you were when
I'm
you started.
Bigger than I was when I started.
So when you're coming up through this, and when did you decide that I want to be more than just that indie guy? When did you feel that switch turned for you?
Probably, I was up at EIW. I don't remember what was Galen's last name.
Edwards.
I was working for Galen Edwards at EIW. That's where I met Livia. And about that time, I was still smaller. I was like 220 pounds. COVID was about to hit. I got called up. I worked Eric King in the first match, or semi-main, or whatever it was. And I knew at that point that I wanted to be a little bit more aggressive. I think that was in early 2021, 2020. Granddad passed away July 19. I had found Stan Hansen online, and I was like, I want to do this. And I had this old black and white picture I had saved of Bruiser Brody rocking the trunks.
Yeah.
Absolutely jacked. Just a
Big high-waisted trunks.
It was probably the picture that's modeled after.
Probably.
Just standing in the back from a brick wall, just all crazy-eyed. And I was like, man, I would really like to look like that. And that was kind of like where the interest got away from like the black long pants and the white boots. I thought I was fat at 200 pounds because I have the love handle. I thought I was fat, so I had to have the Lawler
Do you
singlet.
care about the love
Sure.
handles?
Do what?
They growed on
Do
her.
you
Just
care-
like they have me,
Do you
they
care
growed
about
on
the
her.
love handles?
Oh, I love them.
Roughly around that time is when I started, like, hey, I think I can do this.
Yeah.
I was very unsure of myself for a long time. I still am sometimes. Brody would know something about that.
Shot! First one goes to Bullwhip Ballard. Whoa, we're early into the interview too,
You
buddy.
got me, Tiger.
Early into the
Look
interview.
at him just chasing.
Here we go. Here we go. We are early in, buddy.
Yeah, buddy.
Yes.
Say it again. Oh, my mama.
Here we go.
Yeah, buddy.
That's cheap vodka too, buddy.
At least it was clear.
So
It was
by the
quick.
grace of God, hallelujah.
It reminds you real quick to mind your P's and Q's.
I will be
Oh,
on my
absolutely.
best behavior. Buddy,
What are you blaming me for?
huh?
What are you blaming me
I didn't
for?
blame you for anything. I said you would know you. I don't remember what was said next.
About you being what?
I was real unsure of myself because I didn't
Oh, yeah.
have the easiest time getting in.
Yeah.
So that wasn't my fault.
Some of that was my own doings, but some of it was other. But anyhow, neither here nor there.
Absolutely.
Around this time,
Absolutely. Same as
COVID hits, gone for however many
I'm
months.
in the middle. I can't make it. But
Olivia gets me booked back. 2 months later, I'm married, and then I'm rocking the EIW thing. Leave for the military, come back. I kind of left in the peak
Yeah.
of like my growing, so that kind of sucked. But I didn't ever think when I signed that dotted line, I was like, this is what, I don't know. I don't know what happened. To be honest, I don't know what the hell I was thinking, but
I love how you self-censored right there, so
Yeah.
he didn't do no shot.
I don't know what I was thinking. But
Yeah.
honest to God, I signed during the height of COVID.
Yeah.
Because I seen like the riots and stuff, and I was like, I want to go do that. Like I want to go, I want to help out with that kind of stuff. I don't know what I was thinking, but at the time you had Marco Stunt was on AEW.
for 15 minutes.
Look, he was there. You can't take it away from him.
I agree with you.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I do agree with you.
He was there, and AEW was probably had a bigger crowd then than what it's got now. Honestly,
Okay, we'll talk about why he ain't there.
I don't know nothing about that.
Hey, no, you,
I'm just
you don't know
saying.
nothing about that,
I think-
Oh,
You talking about the big old?
the big old dildo in
Yeah.
there? Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
He has no filter.
I'm just saying at the
Brody,
time.
Oh, no.
Negative.
At the time, that's what was going on. Marco Stunt had been signed. I'm guessing he was signed with AEW because, I mean, I don't know why he wouldn't have been if he was
Yeah.
doing all them big shows. But he was signed. Walker Hayes.
He never got signed.
He did not get signed, but
No.
he made a couple appearances on Impact. Like, Lightning was kind of popping
Yeah.
around me.
But you still knew people who were getting opportunities.
Blake Christian, of course, Blake Christian's the man. He does all the high flying and
Yeah.
stuff. And, you know, he was doing his thing already. So Lightning was popping.
That's right.
And I was kind of thinking, like, I've been doing this a long time. That should be me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, but I didn't really think that it could be done because that's the kind of stuff that happens on TV. That's the stuff you see in the movies. That stuff don't happen.
Happens to other people.
It doesn't happen
Right.
in Mississippi.
Yeah.
You know, like North Mississippi, Backview Baptist, boy, that don't happen. You know what I mean?
What
So,
do you mean?
I'm just saying, bro, I just
You're right.
argue and say
But,
that
yes,
was my thought
but
process.
that is
right?
true.
I'm not saying it can't happen, just that was my thought process
Yeah.
at the time. I come back from the
That's because you're
military.
an overthinker.
Absolutely.
Brody,
Well, that is a hallelujah, praise Jesus moment.
Yes, absolutely.
That is a true thing.
well, come back from the military. The drive was still there to want to be a little bit more aggressive, but if you've never done that in the ring, well, how do you like pitch that? Like, how
Yeah.
do you-
Well, weren't you still in the military when you were doing the Texas thing?
no,
National
I
Guard.
was in the guard, but like I really wasn't doing much. I think
Drilling once a month, maybe.
I drilled once a month once we moved to Texas. I think I may have done 2 drills, but I wouldn't take their vaccine. I wouldn't take COVID vaccine. I
Yeah.
told them stick where the sun don't shine, and they said, "Okay, you're banned." They wouldn't kick me out. But they're like, "You can't come back to your
Yeah.
vaccine." Yeah,
Is that the way they said it?
pretty much.
Boy.
Somebody sitting in a cubicle was like,
Wow.
somebody sitting in a cubicle was like, "You can't come back." So they passed a little stamp or a little note, send it to me that I've been banned from drill. Big freaking deal. I didn't want to do your push-ups anyway.
Like, okay.
I'm good with it. That probably wasn't the smartest move I made.
Yeah.
They tried to talk me to get back in, and I just told them, I was like, "Hey, look, if you're making a football team, you want guys who want to play football. I don't want to play soldier. I want to go make rock star. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't want to do this no more."
That's right.
So come back, I started like getting a little bit more aggressive. Naughty by Nature Rude worked with me. Like, he was trying to coax me into getting to that next level of aggression, like hard hitting. And it was there, it'd been there for a while. I just couldn't get,
That's the barrier.
I didn't want, like, there's kind of like a barrier. If you're working for somebody, you can really only do what they want you to do. And at the time, Galen wanted me to be that baby face where it was like, "Hey, look, you're going to take the butt whooping this week, you're going to take the butt whooping next week, you're going to take the butt whooping the next week, and then you're going to take the butt whooping the next week." And then it was always like a roll-up. I was sick and tired of roll-up matches. Tired of it. I wanted to go out and get a little bit more grit in the game. I hate the freaking roll-up matches, 1, 2, 3, slide out of the ring, get the thing, somebody's got to drag you to the dressing room because you just got whooped for 20 minutes. It's bullshit. So, I moved to Texas. I worked for Rampage Wrestling. They liked the aggressive side. They didn't know me. I didn't know them. Kind of had the big deal when I was in Texas because I was like, I've been doing here very long, almost 10 years. But so they kind of was like, I told them. They asked me.
Just, you're good.
They asked me what my music was, and I said I want to come out to the Roadhouse song, where the guy tells him, he says, "Play something Elvis," and it's like it, dun, 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 and the girl starts dancing on stage. So that was the music I come out at to, and they was like, "Hey, we need you, like, be aggressive." And they told me somebody, and I was like, I don't know who that guy is. It was a regional guy because
Yeah.
in that area of Texas, they looked up to their territory, but I didn't know anything about no West Texas territory. I didn't know other than Von Erichs, and Von Erichs wasn't something that I was interested in. I said, "Do you know Stan Hansen?" It was like,
Ooh.
I'm trying to keep my cool.
Ooh.
Just keep on letting talk. Just let him talk.
Boy, just look around.
I'm not hating on the Von Erichs. I'm
Just
saying
talk.
I never really
Look down
followed it.
there. Sit down there.
Did y'all watch the movie?
I
Yeah,
did.
he's-
I was so
he's
So
mad.
good.
I love the movie and disappointed all at the same time.
Yeah.
Oh, he's from Texas.
But I know why they
Sad
did.
though.
Yeah, I understand why they did the movie the way they did it.
Yeah.
But, well, we can have a conversation about it. No, not even close.
That movie
And not
would have
even
been a lot
right.
better.
Not even right.
That movie would have been a lot better had they called it down the middle and actually told what happened instead of trying to kayfabe it up.
I really wish they had made it a Netflix series and done it as a movie that way instead. 4 big movie episodes have been done with it.
Dude,
That
like
would have
Lonesome
been
Dove, where
best.
you
Yeah,
got 4 big episodes
Yeah.
and capped it.
I would have been fine with that instead. But whatever. Anyway, go ahead, buddy.
So time comes, baby number 2's coming. We didn't do the daycare thing. We come to the conclusion it's time to go back. If we're gonna go back, let's go now before we get stuck here because we didn't really have a lot of help.
Yeah.
You see horror stories on Facebook about leaving kids at daycare and they've been messed with and all
Oh,
that.
God, yeah.
We didn't know. We're in a strange place. So year and a half, Texas was great. We'll love to go back. If there's anybody out there, any bookers, we'll travel. Have cash, we'll travel. But yeah, we moved back and then Brody had been working on me for a few months. He was like, "Hey, look, we're doing this thing in Memphis. It's not got anything to do with Dustin. You know, you ought to come, come check it out." And I was like, "Well, I don't know when we're moving or if we're really gonna move." And I tried to get them. I'm like, "Hey, I'm coming in to visit this weekend. I'll be done with drill at this time. You should get me on a show." But they Bluff City wouldn't book me unless I could be there all the time. I don't know why. I feel like Johnny dropped the ball or whoever powers that be dropped the ball on that
It was
one.
once a month at the time though, so we were never really in on the
Yeah,
weekend.
but I was gonna make a trip up just to do the Bluff City show.
That's right when they first started,
Then I
right?
get there.
Mm-hmm.
Then I get there, and the shot caller is like, "I think you're a bad guy." But the problem was, I've been working 8 years solid, never been a bad guy, but one time.
Really?
Greg Anthony.
That's hilarious.
Greg
The
Anthony show.
overthinker stuff.
Greg Anthony show. He had me play bad guy one night. And after it was over with, I said, "Hey, how was that?" He said, "Dude, it was good. I liked it." That was the first for me. I'm glad somebody liked it because I didn't know what I was doing. So when they put me as a heel at Bluff City, then that's just what I tried to do. And it kind of just took off. After the first week, a little rocky. My promo everybody liked my first promo, my first bad guy promo. I come out there and he's like, "Boy, what you want to say?" I was like, "This is an interview. You're supposed to ask me." And everybody thought that was funny. And you ain't got no better questions.
He was like, "Please ask me something I
I just
want to."
I wasn't real good at talking on the microphone, but fast forward,
That's right.
catch lightning, catch a little bit of lightning in a bottle, and all of a sudden there's like these things are coming up. What we got, OVW out the road. Then we got NWA, which was not a thing in December 2014 when I started. Even if it would have been,
I
just
think
out of reach. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't
Yeah.
seem like.
Well, NWA, when Billy Corrigan took it over, became a whole new thing again.
2018.
Because before that, they had the NWA different things. They were trying to hang on as long as they could, desperately to whatever. You had NWA Mississippi, NWA Bottom Mississippi, NWA Mississippi Toe. You had all kinds of stuff, right?
Yeah.
And then when Billy Corrigan took it over, he tried to at
It
least.
takes that money to make that money.
Well, you gotta have. You look, if you're gonna do a professional, you gotta have it.
Everybody that I've talked to,
You gotta have money.
and some of it may be the ego of it, and just some of it may just be because they're so proud. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, Saturday I was as proud as anybody there. I was just standing there in shock that I was even there because I had just had this talk with Olivia weeks prior, and we was playing like I buy the WWE video games, but I don't care really about the video game. I get on like the creations and I get like the rings.
Put you in it.
Yeah, I put me in it. And like I got on there and was looking and somebody had built the NWA Power Arena. I'm like, okay, we're good. So I got the Moondogs in there and I got all the old school cats, Young Ric Flair, Bullwhip, tossed him in there, wild card. Yeah. But like, and I was telling Olivia, I was like, that's the ring. I was like, the territories are good, but that's the NWA ring. I want to be in that ring so bad.
I love their simple skirting, by the way.
That's the NWA.
Like just literally just NWA. It wasn't. There wasn't any fancy designs or anything to it. It was just
it works.
simple, Arial font, just boom. That was it.
That's it.
Yeah, that was it. Just simple, just simplistic. Like they didn't try to go out and be anything crazy and above that. It was.
It worked.
It was pretty good. So how did you feel being in there?
I wasn't nervous. When I first got there, I was like in shock. I was just kept thinking, this is wild that we're even having this conversation. Like I'm sitting here in a pre-production meeting, got my little ring crew badge on, just walking around high on life. Yeah, you need your bags carried? Okay, I'll carry them. You need your toes sucked? We'll talk about it. We'll come back to that one. You know?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But honest to God, like it was just like I did everything I could to try to stay as helpful as I could.
Sure.
And then, I didn't always get to work.
I
I was
was
told-
sucking on them toes.
Olivia's like, you got a job, buddy. You get to it.
Absolutely.
I was told by the powers that be, whoever that you want to picture them people be,
Mm-hmm.
I was told by people superior to mine, if you can be here, you should try to be here. I had a successful, I would say, I had a very successful experience last year at the Tom Pritchard seminar / Joe Kazana production
Yeah.
show, Back to the Basics. A very successful trial. Which, mind you, was sent out by Johnny Dodson. Anyone who can be here should be here. That was all the guidance I've had.
But here's the thing. Let me just, I want to interrupt because that's important. He sent that out, and a lot of people saw it. And a lot of people shared it. How many people do you know that actually saw that was actually there?
Love City guys? Or
Just period. Just overall from this area.
3.
3.
Austin Motolo, Dorian Bain, and is it Nix?
Yeah.
Nix was there.
Which, when you got an opportunity like that to go learn from someone who can see you and put eyes on you.
Rip Ravishing was there. He was there. Because I had only, up to that point, I had only seen him like on Facebook, like as someone you may
Yeah.
know. And he come up and introduced himself, and when he said, "I'm Rip," like I recognized his face then. That was
Gotcha.
the first time I met him. He was there, but I didn't know him. I
Yeah.
didn't know who he was.
But I think that's a big difference in a lot of these guys.
There was a Dustin guy there, but I do not know his name. Little bitty black guy, super wiry, could do all them twists and flips and moves.
Yeah.
I don't know his name.
But you,
No, it wasn't.
no. But a lot of these guys will not. You've been around the locker rooms enough. You have, especially, and we all have. Everybody talks. Oh, I'd like to do this, and they all got in because they watched wrestling at some point, and they loved it, and fell in love, and had a dream. But it's funny because they'll get into the business, and when they're in it, they want to be just the local little superstar like you were talking about when you started, right? But nowadays, y'all have more opportunity to
Now it's
go
time
places
to
and do things. You have more connections and the ability to get connected than ever before.
Now
Like
it's
before, it was strictly you had to hope somebody came to the show, and then you had to know somebody super solid. Now they see you, like when you went to that very first deal with Tom Pritchard and them, your promos got you in the door.
Yeah.
Your promos did it, right?
I already
Crushed it.
kind of knew what I wanted to say, but I had no idea. I never attended a seminar. That was
Yeah.
my first one. I didn't know what they were going to ask me to do. My goal in going was like, at some point, I want to talk on my phone. If I have to just walk by and yank one off the table, let me tell you something. Like, I was just trying to figure out how do I get on the mic.
Yeah.
Just so happens, Aaron Stevens was running a class on promos and character.
And bam.
Bam, nailed it.
That's cool.
No.
So, before we go further with you, we have a question for Olivia.
Uh-oh.
Because we talked about this a little bit earlier. Tiger, ask you a question because this is
We're
important.
not on camera. I'm not.
I'll ask it for you then. I don't give a shit.
Olivia don't want to be on
If
camera.
Tiger's going to be a puss, I'm going to tell y'all exactly what it is. If he, so we have a person that's just leaning back in the seat and won't talk because he's being a damn baby. And that's fine. He can be a baby. I'll ask the question.
Okay.
So, out here, when we're out here, when the wife of a
We're
wrestler,
getting past the beach now. It's a little
all right, it's always, that's a different thing because nobody ever thinks about that part of it, right? They talk to the wrestler like, oh, the road's tough and it's this and how hard is it for you? But what is it like as the wife of a wrestler when you're having to deal with ring rats? You know they're out there, right? You know people like that are out there. No, but we all, no, but we all deal with it. But it's not just that, it's the travel. It's always having to, you got family plans you want to do, right? You got family plans that you want to do, but oh, maybe I got a show this weekend, especially now that he has the opportunity to go extra now.
We're running into that.
Because of
She
that.
answers. I want to loop back to that, baby. We got
Because it's important. It's really important because I don't think a lot of people really don't think about this enough, because it affects your whole family when you do this. What do you think? What goes through your head and stuff like this when you want to be supportive of your husband, of course? How does that affect you? But you come from a wrestling family background, so
I do.
what goes through your head and stuff like that?
When me and Bullwhip got together,
we did not communicate when it come to the wrestling aspect of
Yeah.
our relationship.
I never had to.
I never made it to shows. I was at home with the kids. We never really talked about it. But I grew up around wrestling. So once we started communicating and shut up. Who's shaking your head? This is Olivia, not Bullwhip.
That's right. This is an Olivia question. Go ahead, Olivia.
Come on.
Once we started communicating, I like to think of myself as his manager because I remember dates. I tell him how much to charge people.
I'm waiting patiently. Go ahead. Come on.
He's agreeing with you now.
Once I got my hands into it, everything went smoothly. But before then, it was really rocky because we argued all the time. I mean, I wanted to go and do something one weekend. I was sick of staying at home by myself with them dang kids.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he was gone Friday, Saturday. I was over it. We argued all the time. I remember Brody Hawk coming up to me at MIW one night and telling me, Olivia, you got to quit being so hard on
And
him.
it wasn't long.
How do you?
Long after that, it was not long after that. Honest to God, probably 6 months later is when the light bulb went off, and we both kind of realized, hey, we might have some traction here.
Well, he told me, he said, how do you expect him to ever do anything if you bitch at him all the time? Pretty much. I mean, not word for word, but basically, I mean,
That sounds like a
that's
Brody Hawk
about
thing.
it. So, once I got my hands into it a little bit, it became a little more easy because I knew what was going on. He's not taking money out of our kids' mouths to go and do all these things because it's kind of hard whenever you're traveling 3-4 hours away for $20 a night.
Yes.
You're not even making your money back. That's ridiculous.
Don't get this twisted at all.
Shut up. This is Olivia. It's my
Oh, Olivia
first
time
speech.
still, buddy.
Sorry. Tag me in whenever you're ready. Ready for the hot tag.
Go ahead.
So once he was able to start paying for his shows, and it kind of started to make sense. Like people aren't taking advantage of him because Trevor let anybody walk all over him, or he used to.
I didn't use his name.
Bullwhip,
Can't
Bullwhip.
use no government name in it.
That's right.
Just take a shot for this.
But she did say the F-bomb with it, so there you go.
Anyway,
She did? Did she really?
Did she?
Roll the cameras. Roll the cameras.
Olivia, we love you, dear. But damn.
Whenever you're ready to tag me in.
go ahead.
So, this whole manager's position really wasn't a talked about thing. I was just looking for any way to make this easier on me. So I come home and was like,
No. Now I'm fixing to talk. You shut up. This is her time.
and she tagged
She
me
just
in.
tagged
No, it don't matter. This is called a hot tag that you ain't getting. This is
Hot tag denied.
It's called a boss tag.
It's called a cutoff. Ref didn't say the tag.
Tell your story.
Moral of the story, it's not bad. As a wife, it is not as hard as you make it seem to be. If you can just get your hand into it a little bit and kind of understand what's going on. Like I said, I've been in the business my whole entire life. I understand the aspect of wrestling, but if you got a hard-headed husband like I do, sometimes it can be a little bit tricky until you just stand up to him and tell him,
And then you become
I'm your
partners, so,
manager.
right?
If you have to ask me every single week what show you've got 3 weeks away from today and you can't just remember it, and I do, I mean, I ought to be making a little bit of commission at this point.
Second that. I don't really remember it
He don't, does he? You called him and I've heard you ask him, what we got this week?
Exactly.
And all your partner in the background, no, we got this and this and this.
Come on.
Why didn't go, I'm your manager.
It kind
We
of
come
did,
to the
though.
point. We come to the point, like, something was going to have to give. Either my schedule was going to have to come to blows, or she was going to be on my nose. You hear me?
Oh, yeah.
So, I literally just come home and was like, I hadn't tried this. I said, Olivia, they would like to book me in 3 weeks at such and such place at such and such time. This is probably what I'm going to get offered to go. Do I go or do I stay home? And that was the biggest step in the right direction I've ever made.
No question. No question.
How did you feel though? How did you feel though when he included you into that aspect of this business?
I mean, that's how it's supposed to be. We communicate about everything else. Why can't we bring the
She'll
wrestling
call me.
aspect into our relationship?
But did that, like, at that point when he did, it's like, oh, okay, yeah, well,
do
let's
it.
go.
That's literally, I just,
Let's freaking do it.
I was just thinking,
Exactly.
how do I keep her off my case?
Shut up.
Honestly, no, like, we're telling the truth.
Okay,
You know,
so
That's all of our that's all of our problem. But we don't understand the aspect of what they go through.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So and that's
whole
what we're
point
trying
behind
to get out of this.
Tonight, my 3 kids have got a babysitter. They are at home. I'm with my husband. We are on a podcast right now. Totally enjoying it. I was supposed to go set up and sell shirts at the show that we went to tonight. I did not set up a dang thing. I didn't.
That's fine. I mean, we're
I
really
took a
ready
break.
to do that.
But even setting up shirts, if your boyfriend, husband, significant other, one night stand, whatever, has got gimmicks to sell, go and set them up for them. Seriously, it
Yeah.
kind of clues you in on everything. You get to be a part of it. It's just that. I mean,
So the important thing to you is inclusion.
yeah, absolutely. Or communication.
Anything.
Just
Yeah. It makes it
feeling
episode.
like you're a part of it.
From the
Like,
shows to what I put on my butt, I would not wear that. You look like an idiot.
yeah, we're the whole way back tonight because I felt like he made himself look stupid, but then he kind of told me what went on because I wasn't paying attention.
Gotta smarten them up, kid. Smarten them up.
I mean,
There's that sometimes, man.
She
For
did
sure.
not. She did not get the big picture on where we were. I can assure you, because I thought we were going to stop at car and fight on the side of the road.
I'm a wife, but I'm also a fangirl. So I mean, like, of course, you always want to see him win.
I had people ask me all week about Bullwhip and NWA. Congratulations,
Who said that?
Barry.
Thank you, Barry.
Because people, they saw it on Facebook.
Yeah.
They saw your match.
I got
What happened there?
I got a bunch of good feedback. I tried to cut out like the empty seats in the top where they didn't sell anything. Well, they didn't
Still
sell
a good
anything.
crowd, though.
They just didn't put that up.
Yeah.
Every ticket that they wanted to sell, they sold. They even
They
sold
were telling
out.
people they were
They
sold
just
out.
didn't try to sell that top
They
section.
knew what they could sell, and they pretty much
Absolutely.
guessed what they were going to sell.
I'll tell you this. I would like to see how they said this is their 5th Hard Times. If they did it in the same place, which I think is highly likely, I would like to see how ticket sales went this year versus last year and the year before.
Oh, yeah.
Because everybody I talk to, bar none, says that they can visually see the growth.
Well, that's good. I mean,
I've had people tell me that the NWA was a money grab and it was going to be gone in 2 or 3 years. I don't care. To be honest with you, if they close up shop in 3 years, I was there.
but the thing about Billy Corgan, though, to go back to him, is that he actually loves wrestling and the business part of it. He loves he loves the tradition of the NWA, and that's important. When you got an owner versus an owner who just wants to Tony Khan be in the business because I got money and I can throw billions of dollars at it. Like Billy Corgan is different because he actually cares about it. When you hear him talk about it, you can hear it. Right? It's not hanging out with my buddies. It means something.
I don't know how AEW show was run,
Yeah.
but it was a very serious vibe.
That's what I
when
mean.
I was there.
And it's got to be that way when you
business.
run something.
Yeah.
It is a business trip.
If you have not watched Adventures in Carneyland, watch it.
Yeah. So I wouldn't have known a bunch of the people there, and there was still some that I didn't know. But I was informed that there was a second season that's been filmed, but they've just not released it yet.
Yeah.
Okay. But the first season, spot on. I think it's very accurate.
Oh, what outlet is it
It's
on?
on Amazon,
Amazon
Prime.
Prime.
It's free if you
Oh,
have
cool.
Amazon Prime.
We will definitely check that
What
out.
is it?
Adventures in Carneyland.
Billy Corgan's Adventures in Carneyland.
It's the NWA. If you've ever watched Wrestlers with the OVW, it's
Yeah.
basically their version of Wrestlers, and it's great.
I'll check that out.
They're filming season 2. It's just a matter of time before they.
Might
I don't know how
check
that
it out
stuff
and
works.
do,
It's all over my head. But season 2 has been filmed, and it's just kind of sitting on the shelf. Eventually, it's gonna air.
Yeah.
And they're
But
not so cutthroat either. They had Trevor looking for peanuts on Saturday.
Look, it's a
oh, the
We
story.
was on
That's
a
a peanut story.
expedition. I was called, and they said, "Hey, look, we can send a runner if you don't got time, but you're coming from Panama. We're running late. You're running late. We got somebody that would like some peanuts." I said, "You know what? What a better. There's no such a better time than now to win favor in the eyes of the powers of the
Yeah,
business."
yeah,
So
yeah.
I was like, "Peanut time, we go." You know, sometimes you pick your battles. I busted up in
No, that
Walmart.
wasn't a battle. That was a test, and you.
I busted up
Yeah,
in Walmart and I hit that first girl. First little short fat girl I come to. I said, "Excuse me, ma'am. I work for the NWA, the National Wrestling Alliance, and we're at the Dothan Civic Center tonight, 7 p.m. bell time. I was sitting here to find local peanuts. Would you know where I could find some? If we don't have any over in, produce, sir, we probably just don't got none." I said, "Well, I don't want just any peanuts. I want Dothan, Alabama peanuts.
Dothan, Alabama
the capital
peanuts.
of the United States, from what it looked like coming in town." And she said, "Well, you should check the Piggly Wiggly." I pulled up, bail out my little short shorts, my little white Panama City
Jeez.
short shorts,
Jeez.
sponsored by Olivia Ballard.
You went full Panama Jack. Let's go.
I hit the first little fat girl I seen. Excuse me, miss. I work for the NWA, the National Wrestling Alliance. And we're at the Dothan Civic Center tonight. Bell time 7 p.m. And I was sitting here to find local Dothan, Alabama peanuts. Did you know where I could find some? I don't know that they're in season right now, sir. But if anybody's going to have them, and if we don't have them over there and I'm just not seeing them from here, you should check the big Piggly Wiggly. Where's that? You'll get back on Main Street, go right back through town the way you came, but past the Civic Center, it'll be on the left, and it'll be a big sign that says Dothan Piggly Wiggly. I busted her wide open, buddy. I work for the NWA.
Same short little fat
National
chick.
Wrestling Alliance. Except this time it was a little gay boy, but it's okay.
It don't matter.
25, it's your thing.
Go do it.
Busted her wide open.
Hurt.
This time I was just a little more zesty. I work for the NWA, the National Wrestling Alliance, and I was sent to find local peanuts. Would you happen to know where I can find some? Man, we got none. That's all. I said, I called them on the phone. I said, "I got y'all's drinks y'all wanted, but I believe we in a peanut pandemic. They ain't got none over
I didn't tell him what they said.
I got back up there. I handed the fella his drinks. He said, "Man, I appreciate it." I said, he said, "How much owe you?" I said,
But the thing was, but you didn't tell him the kicker to it.
No, that's just my story. I'll never forget till the day I die.
No, what I'm saying, he still got his peanuts.
He had his peanuts, but he wasn't alcohol.
Exactly.
He did.
He hit it over the peanuts.
Yeah, he's like, by the time he's like, "We found them."
That happened the whole damn time. You got ripped.
No, you passed the test.
You passed the test.
You did do that, buddy. With flying colors. Oh, man.
Different
Are you sure you don't want
stores.
this?
No, I'm not kidding. I'm not talking.
Oh.
3 different stores. Piggly Wiggly was plumb peanutted out, buddy.
The title manager looks good on you, Liv.
Who said that?
Oh, back to that.
Allie?
Like I said, I was just trying to throw
Where's
something
he
at the
at?
wall. I thought he was
The
coming.
drinks.
I thought he was coming up here.
Right here.
We've got a Dos Equis. You want one? You want Mexican beer?
Mexican. Look, Mexican, mijo.
We got some salt and lime too.
Well, I didn't bring the salt in. The
I'll
salt
go get
might be
it.
sponsored by
good,
Olivia.
you're
What did you
Dos Equis.
Those seconds. Stay thirsty, my friend.
No,
stop.
don't until you
She
try.
don't drink. She don't drink any of that stuff
Hey,
anyway.
look right here.
Have
Have I told y'all the
Listen,
Don't
story
say he's
about
old.
Missouri?
What?
Have I told y'all the story about Missouri? So y'all
Well, I'm
know
not
the
biting.
night that we
Oh,
hung
no,
out
I'm
after
not.
the
You
show.
get it on.
Yeah.
We drank pickle shots.
I've got
Just
one.
Just after we
You
left.
got ring? You got no ring on?
No, y'all was there.
Got a bottle.
It was right before we left.
You got a bottle?
All the pickle shots that everybody did. We bought all those rounds.
Yeah. Hey, Bullwhip,
What's that?
put your head up here and listen
Well, I'm
to
trying
this.
to dig. Can you, manager? Can you dig down in here and be so kind to get this lime that's like decided it's going to be the Ice Age tonight? Come here.
Tiger said you was too slow.
You get nice everywhere.
There we go.
Like get up and go flying.
Oh, you got a knife.
Oh, dude.
He's got a bottle of
That's not a knife.
But you need that and some salt, and you would just be in heaven, buddy. I'm in heaven.
He
I
doesn't.
don't know why I did
Like
that.
John
You
Coffey, I'm in
You
heaven.
need to cut
There we go.
that.
Yes, please.
It's all over my penis.
What'd you call me for?
Missouri.
Bathroom.
Pickle shots. Bathroom.
AJ.
He's a man.
Okay.
Are you with the
Shut up, I'm gonna tell the story.
Well, who asked this?
Okay.
Oh,
So listen.
Lord.
Trevor wasn't drinking. He took the one pickle shot.
Yeah.
What's the government name?
Bullwhip.
Sorry, I'm so sorry.
That's
Look,
okay.
I live with the man.
Got to stop doing that. No shit.
Sorry. Anyways, I drank a pickle shot and 2 Crown and Cokes. I went to the bathroom. We were about to leave. It was like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning at this point.
Oh, we'll
What
tell
a
you
pickle
that.
shot is.
Yeah, we'll tell you that.
He'll figure it out.
Yeah.
I went to the bathroom. There was a woman in the bathroom laying on the floor. I mean, she was like a crime scene, a homicide. Anyways, I walk in there, I step across the woman to go into the bathroom.
She said step across.
This woman is speaking to me while
As you're
I'm
walking over?
in the stall.
Oh, Lord.
What's your name? Tell her what my name is. Anyways, we just carry on a conversation. I get out. So, did you go to the wrestling tonight? I said, yes, ma'am. Did you see that guy out there in the red cut-off shirt? I said, I did. And she said, he's sitting out there right now. I said, yeah, I think he works for like the NWA or something. And she said, oh yeah, he's a man. He's a man. The whole time she was falling into me. I mean, she was freaking
Lord.
drunk. Drunk. I mean, it was bad. Falling into me. She was puking in there, laid out on the floor. He's a man. And she said it 10.
That's
10, 15
hilarious.
times. I was scared she was going to peek her head in the store and talk to me while I was doing my business.
What's up? What's up, Ricky? That's wild, though. That's so funny.
Yeah.
That was wild night.
She was
So,
obsessed with AJ Kazana.
Hey, brother.
Jen.
Come here.
Hey, Jen.
Yes, sir.
Yo.
Bring me a couple of shot glasses and the pickle jar.
Tiger's about to find out what a pickle shot is.
You about to find out, bud. You want to know?
F-O.
Yeah.
Freak around and find out.
There you go. There you go.
Ain't shit to me, ain't.
So that was a fun night, though. That was a long night right there. But going back to Bullwhip, we're all about there talking about flat Earth
Oh,
and
yeah.
everything else,
Yeah.
and all Bullwhip could think about is, I just want to talk about NWA and how do I get. He was trying to be so serious.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
I mean, he just.
Yes, dear.
I need
I'm having
a
fun.
couple of shot glasses and
Squeeze a
pickle
lime,
juice.
dunk it down in there, lick the salt.
Pickle juice.
Oh, really?
I'm having fun.
How many do I need?
What?
Just bring them
I'm
all.
fun with the freaking sunglasses.
Let me have my glasses.
No, he
Tiger.
I said freaking.
No, you didn't.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
Y'all
you-
ain't getting me with that shit.
You said the word.
Yeah, buddy.
I didn't hear a K and I didn't hear no ING.
That's
I
never
have.
You.
You
Close
did-
enough.
I think he needs like a half
Look,
glass.
your manager heard it. I know I did.
Dude, as soon as it hit my mouth and I breathed in
If
and
I'm
went,
getting charged for the crime, fuck all y'all. All right, get out.
That'll be another one.
double shot.
This is what got him last time. Trying to be too much.
Now he'll start.
That's saying.
Now he's gonna start feeling it on top of that. Now he's gonna start rolling. He'll
I'm not
finish
taking
that
another damn
Dude,
shot.
you said it. You played by
No,
company rules.
I said what I was accused of
You
saying.
said it.
If I'm going to prison for robbing a bank I didn't rob, you can bet your sweet
You
ass
robbed the
I'm
bank.
robbing that mother.
You robbed it.
Get out.
And there's another one. There we go.
No, he didn't say it.
He didn't.
Stop taking up for
He did
him.
that self-censor. I'm just saying.
Jeez.
Now
Dude,
that
you know
time I
better.
was hurt.
Look, I'm not making up for your mistakes this time.
I didn't do nothing.
What
Yeah,
you got
you
there,
did.
Jen?
I said it one time, and I took
Yeah,
that
these shot
one
glasses.
shot for that one time.
You had the shot glasses. Oh yeah.
That's awesome.
This is the sassiest thing I have.
Does that already have the vodka in
What, the pickle juice?
it? Yeah. Because, I mean, you're filling it way too
Dude, it's pickle juice and come, just let me do it.
up. Okay. Well, you're going to overfill it.
Y'all overcomplicate.
How's that going?
That's
Come on, we got it.
That's a ball
Very
right
good.
there. Mexicans put me on it and taste
Anybody else want a pickle
Yeah,
vodka shot?
yeah.
I do.
All right.
I gotta try this.
Yeah, my little
Well,
buddy.
like
Oh,
no.
man, get
My little buddy.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yo.
yes.
All right.
Now I can talk because I'm on camera.
You just completely forgot about me.
Not in there, in there.
You already know.
Because I don't want to sit next to him. He smells.
And then he said, no, he
Once
said,
I mentioned
You
pickle
should've
vodka
taken a
shot,
shot.
everybody
You're not
knows
used to
something.
smelling greatness is all I can say.
Where's mine?
Hey, you got a fire hydrant?
We're out of shot glasses.
Yeah.
Hey, we got any more Glasses?
Yeah.
We need more glasses.
Brody,
Right.
We're pouring pickle shots, folks.
I think we could get you a little coconut bra and you would fit in good down there in the islands making these drinks.
Why did he say?
Well, I gotta have a coconut bra.
Damn, he said Joe Titty's popping.
What? You been looking at my titties? He been looking at my titties.
He said
What kind of
Joe
crap
Titty's
is
He
that?
thinks you're sexy.
Yeah,
He
he
wants
likes
to
my
date
titties.
you.
He likes my titties.
Hence the short shorts.
Yeah, I seen that.
Oh, all right. Olivia. There's yours. All right. Take that down there to Jim. Tigger.
Hey, look.
Yep, take that.
There.
The room
Hang it up.
is
Right, wait a second now.
Follow the gentleman.
You still?
Yes.
Yes, I did. And I remember that.
You
I
remember that?
remember that gimmick.
What's that? Yeah. How long Royalty?
Great.
Royalty was great.
Savage Brotherhood.
Cut off too much.
Need some more?
No, these are fine. These are fine. I don't know if Bullwhip wants a.
He probably doesn't.
Whip.
So the rest of us though will man up
As Stu would say.
or woman up or whatever y'all call it. I don't even care.
Him and AJ didn't
The
even
one thing
drink
I
the
can't
pickle
remember,
juice.
they didn't.
No,
They just went straight vodka and that was it.
it was tequila.
You get
Oh,
a
no.
those Cedo button going on the toilet there, brother.
That's right. It's important that it's there.
What are you doing?
I'm
Bullwhip.
about to drink a pickle
It's gonna be a
shot.
long drive.
Oh, y'all don't even know.
It's alright. It's okay.
With tequila now?
Yes.
Yeah, we'll have tequila though, so we gotta use next best
The
thing.
pickle juice will
No,
knock
no
it out.
tequila. Let's just do the vodka.
Alright, shoot your vodka and shoot pickle juice.
Tequila.
Right back to back.
Yep. So you hit your shot and then.
Are we going to toast it?
Yeah.
Let's
Good
go.
friends to
To
Bullwhip
Bullwhip.
and Olivia. Great people. Let's go, folks.
Yeehaw.
Hell yeah, let's get it.
Wait a minute. The toasty ain't in there.
Nathan, you want one? No, I'm playing.
We ain't gonna tell you about Nathan. We promise to keep that separate.
Oh, that's good.
But he said sure.
I enjoyed that.
I like the pickle shots. Those are good.
It
Yes.
knocks out completely.
That
It was
follow
better
up.
with tequila though.
Oh no, no,
I
no.
don't know. That vodka's pretty
That
straight.
follow up was fantastic.
I
the
can't taste
tequila
anything
would've killed the
except for
follow-up.
pickles.
This is why
Oh
if
yeah,
you
you definitely can't taste
I think if
it.
you do enough of those shots, you're in trouble quick.
Yes.
Because that pickle just really helps.
Completely.
I'm fucked.
Boom, baby! How you like me now?
I'm doing it with a pickle shot.
Yeah.
Up on purpose.
I
though.
do not. Shut up.
He did it. He did it. Blue did it.
He'll say it.
That was an accident.
As long as he makes it to the bed, we'll be alright.
I'll make it to the bed.
That vodka
Are we
bottle
sure?
was like up to here.
Don't make it
Alcoholics,
as
man.
bad as
You
you
are,
safest
you-
place he can be.
What?
People to help him in there.
You ain't got to worry about nobody.
Who's talking about me drinking?
You drink a lot.
I mean,
I have
you
not.
did introduce us to the pickle shot. It is.
Yeah, right.
Did you really?
Yes, he absolutely did.
I
bought the
yes,
first
he
one.
He
did.
bought
You a
rounds
sock.
All of a
for
sudden, there was
everybody.
a tray of pickle shots just coming through. They're like, what is happening right now?
A shot for you, a shot for you, a shot for you.
No, I just had my shot.
Bullwhip.
Oh,
Shut up.
I bought everybody at the table a
Look,
shot.
I like Tiger. He has
Yeah.
helped
Woo.
Bullwhip out so
That's
much.
it.
I don't know. I ain't helped
Just
Bullwhip
try
do jack
I'm not drinking.
shit.
Look, squeeze your lime.
Somebody asked me if I know Bullwhip Ballard. I said,
Squeeze the
who?
lime down in the bottle. Push the lime down in the
Knock,
bottle.
knock, trick, trick. Who's that?
Lick the
Who?
salt.
right,
Then
there
take
we
a
go.
drink.
Hang on.
And I'm fixing to help him again if he'll
It
sit
may be
down.
gay jokes or whatever, but it is good.
I don't care.
You lick the bottle?
she needs- You lick the salt.
Yes.
I'm not being funny. I'm being
Squeeze it, push it in.
Hey, I'm scaring my man.
You
Let's
like
go.
Take
beer.
a shot.
I'm good with it.
You like beer?
It's not.
No,
it's
I
not
hate it.
like beer.
But I don't care. So you lick the bottle?
Lick the bottle.
He has sucked pecker in his lifetime. Did you see that?
He got
Did
the
you see
full
that?
effect.
He has sucked pecker.
That's like a Corona.
I
Yes,
have media
That's
cook my
a
life.
chaser.
He has
Corona's very,
sucked.
Corona.
Corona's very bitter compared to that.
He sucked
Did you
beer.
just say that?
He has sucked
Well,
beer.
yeah.
No, that's not what he said.
That's not what I said.
No, he didn't
He
say
said
that.
he's licked plenty of Clinton.
Well, that
Well,
wasn't no
I'm
clip
straight.
pecker.
That's why
I have
I
to.
said that. I know.
Wasn't
He's
no
the only
pecker.
one that's done the other.
I know.
Push and pull, buddy.
Push and pull.
I did.
Yes, you did.
Place
Yes, you
it with a one girl.
I wasn't sucking no cock. She was sucking mine while he was fucking. I never finished that sentence.
Yes, you did.
I didn't know such
Yeah, you
thing.
said that.
I did no such thing.
You did.
I caught myself.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I
You
did.
said the full word.
Should have called.
I didn't.
Push and pull, buddy.
I didn't say the whole word.
We
Now we're
need a
getting
replay
chaotic.
option.
I swear.
Huh?
We need
Exactly.
a replay option.
You said it,
I didn't say
You
the word.
said it.
I
You
did,
said
I
it.
did
You
know
did.
such thing.
Chat knows you said it. Everybody knows you
I
said it.
said
Nathan,
no.
Yes, you did.
Nathan, did he
Nathan,
say
did I
it?
say the whole
Did he
word?
say it?
He knows that's
Yeah.
right. He knows.
Uh-huh.
You're walking over. Give me some pickle juice.
No, you don't get
No,
all.
I agree.
no.
I agree with you, buddy. Go ahead, you can have the pickle juice.
That pickle juice is great.
It
I'm
helps.
telling you, it knocks anything out.
It
And you
does.
fill it to the damn.
But that's the problem. That's when you don't mind doing more shots,
Dangerous.
but it's very dangerous. Because I can tell you right now, Brody's going to be carrying that match tomorrow.
Oof.
I can tell you.
Oh, we gotta do that again tomorrow.
I feel it. I feel it right now.
Shit.
So, but it's good to have Bullwhip and Olivia here with us tonight. It really is.
I didn't
Thanks for
say that.
coming
It's only
down.
taking 2 years.
Because you wrestled tonight. You had a show tonight that you did. You came right down
Thanks for
here.
bending the
Stick on
rules.
them.
This is probably the first Friday night show you've done.
It's
We'll probably double up, do it again tomorrow night, honestly.
it might be.
No, it's actually the second one because we did the Tyson thing. It was on a Friday.
Yeah.
That was good. What? Hold on now. I enjoyed the show.
No, yeah.
Yeah, you never even seen the
You didn't
Tyson
know what-
fight,
you didn't see the
bro.
first
You was
match.
in
You
the
had no
kitchen the
idea.
whole
I
time.
wasn't.
And you're in the doorway.
Girl, and this dude is all
I ain't
over.
doing. I wasn't all over nobody.
You was all over it.
Who was running who? Who was running who?
We know why.
Who was
We know
running?
why.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, oh yeah, this
All right,
thing right here.
all right, okay.
I want to tell you a story.
We'll wait
Bullwhip.
till Olivia gets back in here.
Yeah,
I
want
wasn't.
perspective.
Who was rubbing who? That's all I gotta say.
We don't know who was rubbing who in there
No,
because
we
weren't-
know who was giggling.
all we heard was a bunch of laughing and giggling.
I showed her my penis.
Well, that track.
That's a good reason for me to talk about that, right?
Did you give her the glasses where she could see it?
Yeah.
No,
And you just licked
Y'all
it.
already know Malibu.
The way you licked
Once
around the rim,
Yeah, you
That is
sucked
not-
penis too.
Dude,
You have sucked.
that ain't
You
even
two
got
have
nothing-
sucked penis.
that ain't even got nothing to do with no clit or nothing
If
either.
we're
right
just being
there.
honest, if we're just being honest, son, don't try to teach Mr. Miyagi. I showed you. First of all, I didn't lick nothing.
So you showed him how to suck penis?
First of all, to lick something is to use your tongue. I use my lip.
You see?
Yeah, did you see all that cum on your dick? Yeah, that's what I'm talking
Y'all are
about.
nasty.
You just trying to take away from the fact you've been over at least.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have PSA 4 on, after dark. In case y'all have not heard it, if anything is you find offensive
good, though, ain't it?
or crazy and you don't like it,
My favorite.
that's just what the show is. Enjoy.
Hold on, no, we've had a fantastic show thus far, I believe.
We have had it. We
We've
were right
covered
off the
some
rails when we started the
interesting
shots. We knew this point was
Did
coming.
break out a little bit there for about 5
I
minutes.
thought it was
got
pretty
so
good.
serious.
We lasted an hour.
It got so serious. It's so good.
I enjoyed hearing Olivia's aspect of it, and we touched base on that before
Because we didn't
got
talk
here.
about it earlier.
Honestly,
We didn't talk about it.
I had, listen, now back to reality. I had never thought anything about it. Initially, it was just a way, and this makes me sound bad. I still wanted to do the shows, but I was trying to find out a way to keep her off my ass.
Yeah.
So I was like, hey, look, I got this show. They want to book me on this day. What do you think I should do? And it went from there.
Yeah.
Then eventually it went from that to, where'd you say we were working again this weekend?
Now hold on. See, here's where I'm going to stop you. It's because we just touched on this.
Yeah.
Now let's just use our imaginations for a moment.
All right, I
Some
need another
big
shot.
time
Do I need another
producer
shot or shot stop?
wants to do this whole wrestling thing.
I need to
They've
stop.
never approached it from the angle that I just approached it at.
Okay.
What are the wives think? Jake the Snake Roberts.
Saturday
Can you
night.
imagine what story
No,
she
that's what I'm
could tell?
saying.
Brett the Hitman Hart's wife.
Just
I
do
mean,
that same one.
that's a series, dude. I mean, it is, and you were a part of that right now.
Allie
5 years from
Ballard
now.
says,
I have no idea who she is.
y'all
That's your
already
cousin.
know it's Malibu and orange juice for the win. You don't know who Allie Ballard is.
No, who's that?
That's Alibaba's.
Sister-in-law
Oh!
It's sad.
Oh, you in the doghouse.
It's sad that I know this, and your own brother-in-law does not.
He said, Allie Ballard. And he's like, who is that?
Who is that? Who is that? Completely over.
Not like you were at the wedding 2 weeks ago or anything.
I was thinking of like a cousin, maybe. I was like, I don't know who that is. I was like,
Welcome to the world of Bullwhip, Allie.
I was like, that girl got to be from like South England or something. I don't know who
All right,
she is.
here, give me a shot.
Well, you feel say that
Yeah.
word?
I should make the shots
just
I did last
vodka?
weekend.
He should
You
have
did- you
started
did
and
well.
set me up.
What?
I said I should make the shots I made last weekend. It
What'd you
takes a
make?
hot minute.
Look, I'm gonna tell you right now, though.
The butter and nipple thing was fantastic.
I can tell you, I can't have no shot, or y'all gonna be without a production guy tomorrow.
All right, one.
Are y'all doing after
Okay,
dark
JC's
tomorrow
gonna
too?
be there. And
I
I'll
was
do the
thinking about
recording,
it.
So you're fine.
But I don't know because Muppet here probably got something other he wants to do.
No.
Oh, who's
So I
the
guess that means
flavor
we
of the
won't-
week this
Hey,
week?
whoa! Flag on the play.
No, it ain't no flag in this game.
I was gonna say because I've heard you can
Hey,
say
y'all want- let's
anything
go- y'all-
you want to on
y'all-
After Dark.
You can say
You
anything
can.
you want to on this show.
He didn't mean he going to.
We talk about anything and everything on this show.
Man, they have covered the gauntlet.
Yes.
We really
Blue
have.
waffles.
What?
I don't think those are a real
Did he
thing.
say something about some waffles?
Oh my
I
lord,
promise you they're a real
they're a real thing.
Harry tongue.
I have
Ugh.
no idea what that is.
Butthole licking.
STDs.
Oh,
It's like the slang term for STDs.
Oh, that
Butthole
oh,
licking.
stop.
You remember the Harry
That
tongue?
is-
You didn't have to bring all that
Remember
up.
the Harry
Butthole licking.
tongue?
Big Lou Winston watching.
He eats ass.
No.
Big Lou Winston has got the like. They should seriously make him an entrance theme that would limit as just him.
Small! Small!
How you doing?
I'm gonna tell you what.
Shepherd and the
The
Chihuahua.
Let me tell you what would shut their asses
Oh, let
up.
me tell you, the Chihuahua barks at the
Open
door.
the-
German Shepherd who's on the
open
other
the
side of
door.
that
I
door.
grew up with a dog named Buttercup. She was a Chihuahua, and she is an ankle biter from hell.
Let their asses
Chihuahua's
out.
got ass.
Whatever
So,
they're
you know,
barking.
we
No,
can't-
we're not.
If they're barking some shit, let them some bitches out. If you bad as mother, if
Do your
you
job.
I
God, dude, we just had.
I didn't say it.
didn't say it.
I didn't say it. But if
said
you as
that every
bad
time
as you
he
barking, open the door. Let them out.
I don't say it. Never, never.
You learned your lesson easy,
You
right?
might have cured me for a while.
It's
Be scared storm standing around the corner. Got you, bitch.
Got you, bitch.
Y'all ever tried Blue Flame from, what is it, Old Smoky?
Don't move.
Whatever it was, y'all
No.
had up there.
One of
What's
my
Blue
friends
Flame?
got him. one
Moonshine,
night. It was
right?
Like
Oh, no,
100
what
proof.
They just kept on. Man, get your drink. It could have been roofied for
It's
all I
the kind
know.
of moonshine you put a ladder to, and it stays on.
See, here's
fire.
my
We
thing.
did shots one night. I got so tore up,
Oh my God.
like I could not move from right here.
I've seen you.
We have
Like I literally was there for an hour after they left.
Right here.
Right here.
Who?
Cody Bryan?
No, Cody.
No.
Cody.
Cody
Do you
Hall.
think
Cody Hall.
Cody. Sorry.
Yeah, we had
I
Cody
didn't
Hawk on
know.
the show.
You
He
said
called
that, and I was
in.
like, what is he talking about?
And so we were having such a good time just doing shots and all that other stuff. We got kind of carried away. But how many
So
shots we were
you
doing?
got carried away.
You kept going too. Don't.
I was
don't sit
talking
there and
on the
judge me.
phone. I was talking, right?
Yeah.
And he's sitting here right there, and
Wait a
I'm just
minute.
steadily talking about what's going on. You know,
Is it just me, or has my microphone been off this whole time?
it's been off this whole time.
I'll be there.
No, it's still working. I still got you plugged in here. You're good.
It's
Anyways.
off right here.
But
Well, flip it on. Hey, you're on now.
I got the power.
Yeah, you do.
You got what I need.
It's a good thing I got
Anyways.
everybody else covered.
I was sitting right here, talking to him.
No, you wasn't.
Yes, I was.
You wasn't right there.
No, I wasn't.
Are
On
you
right
sure
here.
you were right there?
I was right here.
Right
Just
here.
making sure.
He was there that night.
Not over here.
Because we had the camera
Right.
sitting here.
Because he was
We had
sitting
Cody
there
sitting right
making those drinks.
I was doing a
And
shot.
he would
after
take a shot. He'd make the shot, set it over there. I'd say something. I'd hit it, set it down. I'd be talking.
I'll
He'd
sit
make
down and
another
shot.
shot.
I do not remember sitting out there for your
Enjoyment.
community property.
Like I said, communication,
It's important.
inclusion.
It's always important.
And see, you need to shut the fuck up.
And you
Oh,
can do six
shot.
shots.
But wait a minute. Whoa, don't do that to
No,
yourself.
no.
Because you already took one. You said, go ahead, give me one now.
Because I just
Because
told
I'm
you.
about to say it. And now you're going to take a second one?
He
Yep.
said it.
He don't
Have
even
a
care.
choice.
He's not even keeping count no more.
Them pickle shots done
Oh,
done
believe
him
me.
dirty.
This
I
is
mean,
this is not a new occasion.
That is good, though, ain't it?
Yeah, but
that
you
green
need
bottle.
to. You need to.
What are you talking about?
You heard me.
About what?
Everything.
No, you do not shut the about up anything. I don't know what I said, but don't do it.
A little controversial.
Yeah. You
you
voice
do.
your opinion, buddy, because you talk a lot.
Opinions are fantastic.
He can't shut up anyway. He talks a lot. He likes to talk.
What'd I say?
We're in the back room. It's like,
Asshole.
boy, when
Oldest daughter, youngest daughter.
God, I took a shot for that.
it's like when Bullwhip gets here, we know it's about to get loud in the back, right?
What'd I say?
You love to talk.
Shut up. Just shut
You're a
up.
storyteller, right?
Oh, he talking
Here's
about in
the
the back.
thing. No.
Yeah, that's the first thing Lou says. I can't wait for Bullwhip to get here because you know he got stories. You know he got
Punch him in the
stories.
face.
You know he got
He'll be
stories.
up First.
Me cue up, bro.
That's dark. I'm gonna
That's
bust
what
him
we
in
should
the
do with
nose.
our entrance music, by the way.
You said the F word.
No, I didn't. I said bust him in the nose. It's not the F word.
We'll count
What was
it.
it that you said then?
What if we get Lou to do boy, and then the Savage Brotherhood music hits?
You know.
Yeah.
Dude.
It's gonna be Big Lou's voice. They're gonna say, "Booty is."
Yeah.
You got Carson Drake at the NWA says, "It's me, Carson Drake." You need to get Big Lou. Booty is. Because that's that one he says. It says the curtain.
I mean, that's all. He
You know how
he
how
likes
big
some
of
booty.
babies we would be at that point? Because all them booty eaters out there in that audience be like, that's us. We do
It
that.
really is crazy what goes over. It's me, Carson Drake, and then you got Joe Hendry.
I love Joe Hendry.
Yeah.
Just because it's so silly, it shouldn't work, but it does. Just because of that smile.
It goes back into character development.
It does. It matters. It matters. Speaking of, so I edited your match today with Dylan Queen because it's airing tomorrow. And that whole thing y'all did before at intermission.
Okay.
Good stuff because of how we're starting the show tomorrow.
Okay.
All right. Instead of traditionally when we do a last week and show what happened the week before, I was like, you know what? It'd be great to start with what happened at intermission.
Yeah.
Because it was good. How's it like working with somebody like that who's, dude, I got a story to tell you. Hold on, let's see. I'll tell this story and then we'll get to that question. Squirrel! So, yes. We're in the dressing room, right?
I already know where this is going.
We're in the dressing room and we're just talking and talking. And then Dylan comes over and he sees Nova sitting in the floor right there and she's asking about her makeup.
No, Dylan is asking Nova.
No. Nova's asking Dylan.
about, no.
That's why he's
Ask him if her makeup was good.
Yeah,
This is-
and so he said, this is the problem with you girls. You women are so worried about what happens on TikTok and what they say. You're beautiful the way you are. You got great jaw structure, blah, 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 all this other stuff. And so Brody's the whole night been saying, he's playing this gimmick to the hill. He's really working that gimmick.
Oh yeah.
He's working that gimmick. He's really working that gimmick.
And I told you. I told you in Missouri.
And then he says, because I'm going to tell you right now, my husband's an 11, and you can see, like he's fighting everything in his face not to go, what the, right? Because he's wanting to so bad. Like, because I'm watching.
Where were we at? We were by the river. And I look at this stuff, and this dude smokes pipe. Bro's like, no, this is gimmick.
So you say, all right.
No, it ain't. No, it ain't.
You know what they say, Tiger? You gotta live that gimmick. You gotta
But it was right. And then when he said,
and then he calls me, he says, dude, he's really gay. That was 6 months ago, you ignorant motherfucker. Dude.
You said it.
I didn't.
you
It came out.
You just didn't say
You said it. You said it, bro.
I did not complete the
You
sentence.
said it. You said it.
I did not complete the ing.
Yes, you
It
did.
don't matter. The FUCK is a important part.
The ER.
I
is on
said
the count.
the FUC part, not the
K.
KING.
No,
part.
you said the K.
The pickle.
You
I got a
hard
dip. I ain't
Katie.
taking shit.
You hard Katie,
Not
buddy.
when I got a dip. And he's like, he's
I got
really
a dip.
gay.
He'll say
I said,
control.
dude, yeah, I told you that. He really is gay. He's got a husband.
But you should have seen Brody's face. His face was like, and his eyes started like twitching on the ends.
I want to say something.
Funny.
His husband was in the crowd.
Look,
Yeah.
look.
But here's the thing about that. I'll finish the story with this. He's a cool dude. I love Dylan. Dylan's great.
Oh, yeah.
He is a great dude.
This is not gonna sound good
Especially when he
but I
said,
give Dylan my phone
I can care
number. I was
less.
like, hell,
Yeah,
I'm
we're
here.
friends on
If
Facebook now. He
anything,
messages
call
me sometimes. He was like, dude. He's like, if I can make them call me a fag, he said, I've done my job. That's what I'm trying for.
Yeah.
I mean, anybody who's that secure in themselves and will go out there and do like what he did for you that night and do all that.
Anybody that's going to smoke some pole and it's the same sex.
Well, dude, that's you.
Yeah.
Push and puller.
No, I didn't know.
Yes.
Push and pull, baby.
Talk about that.
I got kicked out of the room is all I got to say.
Well, you didn't pull right. You should have been.
No, he said, get out.
So you got to stop.
So you had to look at his paper.
Yeah.
No, wait a minute. No,
I would get out.
No,
He's trying to
when
play
y'all
it like he
switched
wasn't.
up, what did you do? You was looking at his packer.
He said, giggity.
Yeah.
He was
No,
not in
I
for
got
it.
to hitting her from the backside. And she goes, and he said, get out.
I hope
No, y'all switched.
That's
And
what I'm
when-
saying. She started sucking. He was.
That wasn't a hurt.
He was pounding, and we swapped out.
He did.
And then when I got to pounding, she started going. He said, looked at me. He said, "Get out."
Giggity.
I said, "Okay."
That's right.
Giggity.
Giggity.
Yeah, but you looked at his packer.
You don't have to stare. You can't stare at that.
Why would I look at his pecker?
We don't know why. Why would you do that?
Did it? Why would?
And look, hey, look, if you like that side, that's okay, but we're not going to judge you. We're still our friends. We don't care. Just don't. You know.
All I got to say is, I give
What's up, buddy?
I can give a rat's ass about dude's pecker. This old lady has some good punani.
Mark McGee,
Mark McGee.
our friend from
One of the best marks.
up there in New York.
Somewhere.
Yep.
Up there.
That dude travels all the way down here to
He
visit
does.
and
Him
support.
Jeff Fry.
Dude, I tell you.
Why did you move away?
You're doing all that
Am I
too cool.
smelly or something?
No,
Yeah.
I just wanted y'all.
No, when y'all started really talking about
Y'all
the radio station like I'm out this
damn
one.
roosters. I mean,
Every time you say something stupid, I'm gonna punch you in the nose. I
see,
swear to God.
exactly. My point
I'm gonna
proven.
punch you in the nose.
Ding, ding, ding.
He's so violent.
No, I just
yeah.
know where you can go, but you just gotta know. So shut up.
Oh, you said it again.
I didn't say the whole thing.
I told you you'll finish
He
it.
says that every time he says F-U-C-K.
I didn't say the
Yes, you did. You just cut it off right there because you knew I messed
Yeah,
up
that one
again.
is-
It's
Because
not
he
fun.
knows we gonna call him on his
Exactly.
shit.
And he's afraid.
Call
It's
me
okay
on
to
my
be a coward.
shit. I
It's okay
dare
to be a
anybody
coward.
on this planet call me on my shit.
We have been
You
calling
have
you your
been
shit.
told
You're just a
anybody.
coward.
Okay.
What is it?
Shit.
Brody always coward
says in the
though.
back. What is it? Brody says, I don't hear.
But he
Say
does
it,
give
Brody.
zeros. But he does give them though.
Brody said, I don't know what he's talking about.
We love Brody.
I ain't said the F word not one time.
Nope.
You were the first one. Was he not? No, you were the first one.
Yeah.
He learned
And then you
his
just decided you had to
I got
top
the
it. And then you
smoke.
started lying about it. I just hate the Tiger lies about saying the F word.
I don't lie about
I mean, if
Every
you're gonna
time
do
he
it,
says
at least admit to it and
It's
say,
a
you know what, that's on me. I did it. Like I did mine in a heartbeat.
It's an incompleted sentence.
Oh, it's okay to be a coward. I'm like, fuck. Oh man.
Oh, see, there you go. There you go. No, he just said it. He just said it.
Oh no. I guess I gotta do a shot.
Yeah, he said it.
It's so bad, but I'm not
Look
a
at him. He's
coward.
soft pouring it. He's soft pouring
Oh,
it. He fills my stuff to the rim.
That's full. Dude, mine's
Uh-huh.
deeper than yours is. Well, that's what she said. Of course it is. Of
I got 5
course
daughters.
it is.
I got 5 daughters, 1 son, and 2 off the books, bro. I ain't worried about how big mine
Ain't
is.
mean nothing.
I'm gonna live forever.
Well, I guess because you're scared to take a shot. Of course you're
I'm
gonna live
fixing to
forever.
hit Chris Kringle.
You said I didn't say anything.
I'm fixing to hit Chris Kringle.
So here we go.
Chris who?
Man, coward.
Kringle.
I do look like Chris Kringle.
Yes.
Thank you for noticing that.
I'm fixing to punch you in the
Put
nose.
one foot.
Come on, I'll ref it.
Because my red beard.
That's okay.
I didn't know if anybody got the young reference.
Santa Claus is coming to town, buddy. Claymation still lives.
Whenever we first met, I thought he was like 35. I mean,
So you're into older
The
guys?
long hair and the beard was just like
She was just in
really
that,
pushing me over past my age.
he had like.
I looked like Jesus, is what she was trying to say.
I made this dude the coolest fucking logo, by the way.
Oh!
Pour
Like the
another one.
coolest one.
This one,
Dos Equis don't
The
count.
coolest one.
this one, for all your baseball card needs, do not call Tops. You call Storm at storm.com. Storm,
Thank
everything you need, Storm.
Thank you, buddy.
Storm.com.
Thank you.
Storm.com.
But I did that.
Well, I'll go this one.
Obviously,
Almost full.
This is bad to the bone.
I ran the
That is
graphic
cool, though.
I
This
made
is
by
cool.
him.
He just spilled half the bar.
No, I didn't. Drink your shot.
I got this.
No, he's a coward.
He ain't
Get
spilled
your
no
dip
more
out of
than
your
you.
mouth.
I'm not
I
spitting
spent
out
more money.
He
$5
needs
dip.
another one. Do we got another shot glass?
Who needs another one? I didn't say nothing. I didn't say no F
We're missing
words.
like 2 shot glasses because that shot glass has
Bro,
been full
Olivia,
for about
You better
20
check on your
minutes.
boy.
He's scared.
I didn't.
He's sitting over there so
He's
calm and
scared.
collect, but I seen him. We about made him laugh 4 or 5
Who,
times.
Nathan? Nathan's like, I gotta put up with this
He
crap.
might not even have. He might not even be able to hear what we're saying.
No, he heard.
He's the
Oh, you
smart
hear
one.
everything?
He got that thick Italian hair going like his mama. But
He's
he
like,
heard-
I
he
am
heard.
tuning
What's
this.
he got? He got headphones in?
What was it you said that one night?
Oh, Lord. Here we go.
Welcome on the B-side.
Is he the PlayStation guy?
Yeah, he said. He told him. He says,
What is that? Tell the whole story
"You're
now.
so gay."
And then what did he say? What else did he
What
say?
did you say?
He's going to do what?
Hey, you are?
What was that?
No.
That I was just in there laughing about.
Because
I was
he
laying
said,
there-
what did he say?
Pussy?
Oh yeah.
It was.
He said, "Yeah, that's
You
what it
told
was."
me about it.
Yeah, because
And then he's going to do
he
what?
said, "You're a pussy."
And then what? Then what else did he say?
Hey, look, I was laying on my bed. It was dark. I was laying in the dark in my room. I
Bro,
was
he's in the
laying there.
Twilight Zone.
I was just chilling out, you know. And all of a sudden he says, "You're such a pussy." And I was like, I couldn't do nothing but laugh. I was just dying laughing because
And he's oblivious. He has no idea what's going on. He just hears you laughing in the room like, what's wrong
yeah,
with him?
What's going on in there?
I was like, and I was just like, I started yelling, "You're just such a pussy."
Brody's in the Twilight Zone. He drifts off. He drifted. And then, like,
was
his
great.
voice breaks the darkness like
Yeah.
shattered glass.
What's up, Mark?
No, I was just laying there in the dark.
Which
Just-
Mark?
I do that every once in a
Mark
while.
McGee.
Still.
I was just laying in the dark.
I know I read that 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, you did.
Then I looked over there and saw it again. I was
You're
like,
on
hey.
camera now.
How's Jeff Fry doing?
Good, he
I haven't
laid
talked to
into
Jeff
the
Fry
picture.
in a long time.
We
Who's
just
what?
saw him.
He comes straight.
It's good.
He was at
AWA.
AWA. Well, he didn't go to American Hospital
Jeff
that
Fry,
weekend, but he went.
I bailed on him. He told me at that last AWA show I come to, he wanted a shirt.
I
And
commented
We had-
on a
we had
live
Missouri,
a week
though.
ago and
I
told him we could
dipped
ship it.
out the back door and forgot about it.
That's because we was heading to Missouri, buddy. We didn't have a
I
choice.
sent one to
We had
him.
to
He's
roll.
got an option. He can have it shipped. I told him a
That
week
is
ago.
true.
I
On
did.
your live.
Where did I send that one to today?
Because I shipped him our shirt.
Oh, I got a story for y'all.
Tell us one.
Tell us one.
Olivia
Olivia?
has got this app on her phone.
Candy.
Let me
Can't
tell the
believe-
story. I'll let you tell your story. Let me tell mine. This is Bullwhip time. It's Bullwhip time. Thank you.
Oh, this is rubbing off.
Yeah, he's a whole
Tiffy time.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead, bully.
Inspired.
Go ahead, bully.
He went.
Believe it. Anyhow,
He's fixing to lick the mic.
I'm
Olivia,
like, what are you doing?
Show him how to do it, baby.
Olivia has this app on her phone. Whenever there's a tracking number
Yeah.
or a shipping label created, it notifies her because it goes through the computer and all that. She saw where I had a letter come in the mail from Spanky's Tailor Company
Hey, you spanky.
in Burbank, California.
That's right.
She called everybody and her mama. Want to know what kind of kinky shit I had going on.
Why'd you just call you?
Instead of just calling me,
We're spanky.
I had forgot about said envelope, and I wish I had the envelope because you're not going to believe me when I tell you this till you see the picture. She goes out there. First of all, she gets out of her throne, aka the recliner. Gets dressed because it's like 11:30, and she's exactly where I left her at 6:30.
No, you didn't live on YouTube. You did not just do that.
Walks down the driveway, opens the mailbox, finds said Spanky Tailor Company envelope, rips that bad dude open, and you know what it is? It's a signed 8x10 sent from the man himself, Johnny Depp. I had called and requested one from his team.
Now, wait a minute. I'm a big Johnny. I'm a Mark.
Honest to God.
I should have been. Hold on. Ooh.
I'll tell you how you can get one.
No. I want to understand.
Oh my God! Here we go. Here we go. You listening?
Mhm.
You listening?
I'm ready.
All right, here we go.
From what you know of me, what I have made. Now, this is a shoot question, and I want a shoot answer. I'm going to punch you in the nose. Do you think that I would have made a good pirate?
You knew this was happening.
Like a shoot pirate back in the day.
Yes.
You're a no nonsense kind of guy. You're pretty sharp when it comes to like the work.
This is where the
Shut up! Shut up!
You know what's
You might have
happening.
made it. You might have made it. Now I don't know how you privy are. You like to like firearms and like swashbuckling swords.
What's the most important thing about being a pirate?
Freaking people.
What's the most important thing about being a pirate?
Do you, what do you have to be really to be a pirate?
Thief.
And cutthroat.
You do gotta be cutthroat. He's not a cutthroat guy.
Oh, no, I am a cutthroat guy. I'll cut all y'all.
He is the epitome of cutthroat.
I only know Tiger from being at Bluff City. He doesn't.
That's why it was an unfair question when he asked you, buddy.
He doesn't seem like a cutthroat guy, but I know he has the know-how to be. That's where I was going with that. That's
Jack
awesome.
Sparrow.
Brody,
Jack Sparrow.
what do you think about Tiger?
Speaking of,
Is he
there's
a
a Jack
cutthroat
Sparrow
guy?
sign there by
No.
10.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh yes.
And I still haven't seen
You
that.
are a
I don't know
cutthroat.
what
Yeah.
you're talking about.
Yeah.
Big time, but I'm not saying the F word.
Mix it.
Did you tell
told
him
him.
the story?
I told
Cut
him.
me bad.
Because
Cut
I
me.
called this man while he was at
He
work
is
and
very
I asked
cutthroat.
him, what kind of fetish do you got going on?
Hey, wait a minute. We're talking. Y'all come back in here after y'all go in the
She's talking
bathroom
about-
Show us
together.
Spanky's, buddy.
She's talking
Keep
about
up.
Spanky's Taylor Company, Burbank, California.
The
She said, "What
Spanky
kind of
Taylor
fetish?"
Company, and it was
You
a
didn't answer the question.
handwritten envelope.
It was a handwritten envelope.
Would I have been a good pirate?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Yeah.
I think it was.
See,
He'd been a cabin boy, right?
I mean, you got
Cabin
the
with
voice
the
and
right-
everything.
If he
How
wasn't
old
looking
are
for
you?
peanuts on deck with the
Old
right
Definitely
leg,
cabin
How,
boy.
how old are
Old
you?
enough.
How old are you?
I'm a
she's
milf.
old enough to know I would have been a good.
I don't think that's kind of age number.
Old enough.
Oh, girl. That was a good answer.
That wins tonight.
You gotta let me out on that one.
That wins tonight. I did
She's
not
a milf. If we're just playing checkers, bro.
There you go.
Okay, Dilf.
I knew he loved me.
Whoa.
Oh, man. What?
No, but let me tell y'all about
Bored,
the
dude.
Spanky Taylor Company. I mean,
Olivia, I just told the story.
shut up. Jan, come on, let's get you involved. Could
Oh,
you
okay. Yeah,
imagine-
please, because I can't wait for
You
this.
sent her an alert to her
Shut
phone.
up. I've got the USPS informed delivery. I know what is coming to my house
He's
at all
got
times. If somebody ships something to my house, I know,
You know
that
what
there
it
has been
is.
a shipping label printed.
Absolutely.
My mail pops up one day and it says Trevor Ballard, blank blank blank, County Road, blank blank blank, Corinth, Mississippi.
Oh.
City of the
The
Crossroads.
Spanky Taylor Company. Could you imagine someone calling you and saying, Mr. Ballard, this is Jennifer from the Spanky Taylor Company.
She was thinking it was some kind of phone sex.
Trevor was at work. I hadn't even opened the envelope yet.
I forgot about it,
It
honestly.
was handwritten. Handwritten! I mean, somebody put some thought into this shit.
Johnny Depp did.
She's like, what is Spanky?
Johnny Depp
I
did.
said,
And who
Captain
is she?
Jack.
That's
he
what
had
I'm
me on
asking.
speaker.
Captain
His
Jack
boss
Sparrow.
could hear me.
Hey, beastie.
And I said, is there some kind of kinky fucking fetish you want to tell?
Oh, she did it, Mom. Oh, here you are, dear.
Is it?
Here you
No,
are.
no, that's yours.
That is
Not anymore, Dave.
absolutely yours.
Yep. No.
Here's my shot glass.
I got you there.
Damn it, man.
Is there some
I
kind
tried
of
to-
kinky fetish you
I
want
tried
to
to
tell me
pass it
about?
along.
You've got some mail from the Spanky Taylor Company.
And that completely, I did not know what I had forgot about it because my intentions was, I had seen it on TikTok where you could send a request to get a sign date by 10. I was like, it's Johnny Depp. We don't like Johnny Depp. So I was like, okay, cool. That'll just go right in with my wrestling stuff, and I'll have a sign. I'll have a JD autograph. So I sent the email and just forgot about it because I just forgot about it. I figured I was gonna get like spam and stuff. Sure enough, Spanky Taylor Company. I don't know how that's tied to Johnny
There you
Depp
go.
or if it's a scam or what, but I don't believe it's a scam.
It
Yeah.
had like silver Sharpie wrote on it. It said
Uh-oh.
good.
I got looked up Johnny Depp signatures. Very close to
It
home.
said good luck or something like
It said
that.
best wishes.
Signed Johnny Depp.
Sure enough.
Hey, this is what I want you to understand. And now we're fixing to get real for a minute.
Oh Lord, here we go. Philosophical.
I drive a prison man. That's my motto at work right there.
You know.
All I know is that if something like that came in the mail, Jennifer would be like, what are we getting? What are we getting?
You are.
Well, me on the other hand,
now
that's
you and I
what
gotta
kind of
clear
kinky
some stuff
fetish
up.
you got going on.
Me and Brody about to.
Oh
I
no,
thought we were
me
gonna
and you
have
finna get rich.
That's fine.
magazines
Hold on, I got
coming
pee. Brody went peeing and made me remember I got pee. Hold on.
What is this?
That's
Dos
the
Equis.
second.
That's mine, buddy.
It's great.
Is that his?
Put it over here.
No, he spilled his
he
almost.
drank all his.
No, he spilled his over here. You almost hit that board. That's a
Spilt
bad.
it on the mouse.
That would have been a bad thing.
Spilt it on that.
Did you even drink yours, Brody Hawk?
I hit it. Went point.
What?
Did you even drink yours?
Nope, that's his right there.
Oh yeah, that's his.
You pussy.
I drank mine.
But you're a pussy.
What are you talking about?
Never mind.
He don't know.
They are good.
I was checking to see.
He
Even
don't
if
know.
you don't like beer, Dos Equis is good.
Stay thirsty, my friends.
Always.
When I drink, I don't always drink beer, but when I do, I drink Dos Equis.
I've been doing shots, buddy.
You need to be in a
I'm trying to
commercial,
stay upright.
I've been on
I'm ready for you, big
freaking
boy.
commercial.
You ready?
No, I
We've
don't.
got 3 males that
I've
can help
been
you in the
paid.
bed
Are
if
you
you need
Clemson
to.
fan?
It's not the problem. It's waking up.
No.
Okay. So here, let's.
So hold on, I want to talk to you for a minute.
Okay.
So now
You
we're
remember-
We'll get right back where you asked you in just
Sure,
a
we'll
minute.
see you
Just
in
hold
45
on.
Well, because I'm fixing to chew your ass, and this is what you want, you man. Oh, I wish you wasn't drunk, so you could hear me.
He's not.
I'm not.
He's not. You're the one that is.
I am.
As many
That bottle's
times as
about
he
gone,
said
buddy.
When
F-U-C-K.
you went,
I'm listening.
Thank you.
I'm listening.
not me.
Focus,
If you
focus,
see it,
Tiger.
Not okay.
And still afraid to drink his drink. He ain't drink that drink. He ain't drink that stuff.
I'm slowing
And
my
then
roll.
he gets mad because I didn't go fix that.
And I had a gummy,
Get that,
so
Tiger.
y'all kiss
What a
my
piece of
ass.
trash.
These folks are trying to take your time away from me.
Don't help him out and say that.
Do you recall being the low guy on the totem pole?
Every day. Go ahead.
All right, now, this is where you need to start understanding where you are. When you were the low guy on the totem pole, and you had somebody come in,
This is
that
where-
was actually somebody.
This is where he
How
thinks
did you
that
feel?
he helped Bullwhip out.
I don't give a
Gotcha.
shit about helping nobody.
So what the whole deal
that
is.
he's,
Do you remember?
Yeah.
He's the
fellas.
reason why Bullwhip's
Uh-huh.
What'd you say?
Absolutely.
I was telling him, hold on, fellas.
Don't you know?
Let's hear it.
Not the
And
supportive.
no.
Gotcha.
Do you recall being the nobody
Yes.
and having somebody come in the dressing room?
Yes.
Now you're the somebody coming into the dressing room for the rest of
I
the
wouldn't call it that, but I'm closer now than I was.
Shut your mouth.
Deal.
Now you're the somebody.
Yeah.
Let's bring it something
Like
to your
that, David.
generation. Let's bring it something. The whole what is it? Buck Skinner. Oh, he's going places. Where's he at now? Back in Mariana. Now you're the somebody coming to the dressing room. Swallow it. Don't say shit. Because you're still that nobody down here.
Yeah.
Don't feed into all the crap. Because that's what's going to burn you.
Yeah.
You keep looking for the peanuts. Because when you get up there, and this is something you want to deal with, it's 300 days a year.
He's not getting any more gummies before we.
Shut up, you bitch.
You're not getting no more.
You didn't listen. Maybe he will.
I'll be the
Getting in.
nanny. I'll
You're
be the
not getting
cleaner.
in.
I will be
300 days a year.
You
300.
not getting. I mean, you were just.
You gonna go to
overly
Detroit?
analytic about
But you ain't going to see
everything.
Detroit. You going to work, you hop a plane, you go to New York. You go to work, you hop a plane, you go to San Francisco. You go to work, you hop a plane, you go to frickin' Oregon.
Yeah,
Oh,
well, you
that's
said it.
two.
Fuck all y'all. I'll take 5 of
That's
these
right.
motherfuckers.
freaking. Oh, well, he said
three.
F-O-C-K
That's- when
afterwards.
he-
Here's the thing. Shut the fuck up.
2.
Be
No, that's
excited
false.
about where
We
you're
need
at.
a double.
But you keep it here.
Yeah.
You keep it there. You don't take it out of here.
Where's all this coming from? Because he isn't doing that.
He just did.
No, he did not.
I'm from the NWA.
That was a
Fuck
work.
up.
That was good.
That was a work. That
It
was
may be a work, but keep that to yourself.
100%.
No.
No,
Technically,
you were
no.
just
Yeah,
joking
yeah, listen to
around.
these
Now, hold on. I'll let
You ain't been nowhere.
You're right. I have.
Okay, well, why are you making out like you
Because
have
I'm making
been?
sure somebody
Dude,
does.
well, you go tell him not to listen to us,
Hold on.
but he's supposed to listen to you.
Hold on a second. Hold on a minute now. I get what you're saying. The deal with I work for the NWA. Technically, I was assigned by members of the NWA to go get the peanuts.
So what's that? You're promoting yourself as
Got
well.
you. I'll wear the hoodie. I'm not trying to pretend that I'm in. I got this some bitch right off that gum
with a code.
right off the counter with the code, buddy.
All right, so
You know what I mean? I'm not
Proud of it.
and I'm very
what
proud
about
that I was
that
there,
guy?
but
What
I'm
about
not.
that guy
No, he.
that ain't got the shirt that you got because he don't have the code?
What's that got to do
You
with
hate it for him.
anything?
No, you inspire him.
Exactly. And I will help anybody where I can, but that goes back to you. Keep it shut.
Exactly.
I'm with you. I'm not knocking a thing you're saying. And I don't want you to listen. I'm very, like I said, I'm very proud.
No more.
They need to get out of
No more
Memphis.
gummies for you.
That was
That's the truth.
No, dude.
They
It's
need
the
to
truth.
get out of Memphis.
No.
Anybody wants-
He's not right.
But
He is not right. You came in here and you were just advertising the show. When you did those
Rightfully
things,
so, by the
you
way.
were advertising the show for Dothan, was you not? That's what that was all about. It wasn't about you bragging. It wasn't about you bragging about being with the NWA or anything.
You
else.
brag with
That's
that
just-
$1 million contract.
That's just him trying to make out like he's telling you something.
I'm not trying
Yeah,
to.
you are. You are. Yes, you are.
Have I ever told this man anything that is not true? or
You
that
just
will not
did.
happen?
You just did.
Ask him.
You just did.
Granted, he wasn't there when I did it. He's just trying to make sure I don't do something that's going to stick my foot in my mouth at a later time. Like I said, I'm not trying to
You're
tell.
not. That's just the whole point.
Ask him if there's anything that I've ever steered him towards that didn't happen.
Here's the thing, Bullwhip.
These are things that you knew were in the process of happening.
For the last 2 years,
Ask him.
The
Ever.
deal change was the best thing that ever happened to
Ever.
Bullwhip Ballard.
What was you about to say?
for the last 2 years, you have had people who look out for you, try to tell you the
Oh
right
my
thing.
God, everybody's taking credit for his shit.
I don't want to take credit.
Just hear for it. Hear him out.
But
Hold
here's
on.
the thing: the one man who's been there for you from day one, this guy,
Yes.
from the day you started and got your ass kicked,
Payow.
which we know happened, right?
I think it was either payow or booyah. I believe
Till the day, so when
that
you-
was the adjective he
So let me
used.
tell you, when you came into Bluff City, and I had been out of the game for a while, other than just doing stuff around here, right, for missionary work,
Yeah.
wrestling stuff. And then this dude brought me into Bluff City as his partner, and we go up there, and I'm starting to meet everybody again, guys I haven't seen in 15 years or more, right, and then getting my foot back in the door on a bigger scale.
Yeah.
And then you come in. He tells me about you coming in. He said, because I'm always asking, like, who's this? He tells me who's coming in. So he tells me your backstory. And then what happened with you when you first came in.
Payow.
Right. So he's telling me this stuff.
Booyah. One of the two.
And we meet you, but here's the thing. But here's the thing. You're not the first one I've heard stories about this guy does this, this guy's that. But you're the first one who is actually, it's been about where, like, he gave a shit about, and it mattered, and what he said was true. So, and then when I see it, I'm like, oh, I really like this guy. He's cool, and he wants to listen and learn and actually get better. And that makes me want to invest my time
Yeah.
in you now.
Yeah.
And it's because of what he saw and what he was telling me about, because I trust what he says, because I've known him for 25 years now. And that matters. I mean, stuff like that matters, and then you see it, but it's not him, it's not me, it's not anybody else, it's you who puts in the work doing this stuff. I mean, who truly is getting it and getting it. That right there, you want to be better. And we give you a hard time all the time because you're so serious about stuff, and you're not really thinking about it, but that's because you give a shit.
Bullwhip Ballard has got a ring in his backyard.
Yeah. And stuff like that matters, that you want to be better, and that's why we love you and how much we care about you anyways, because you actually, you give a shit. And regardless of all the fun that we're having, that's a true statement. That's why we're always backing your play.
Yeah.
That's why we invested in you, and I wouldn't be invested if he hadn't been and said, hey, this guy
I'm listening.
is worth it. And
I
that
appreciate
matters.
that. I
That
appreciate
matters.
that.
But it all came from this dude.
There's been people come around that didn't want to hear it in the beginning.
True.
And they had me summed up as like, well, this guy don't listen. No, it wasn't that. It was just, maybe there was a lot to listen to
Yeah.
straight out the gate. And I'm I found out the older I get, I'm a very literal person. Like, I'm not a read between the lines kind of guy.
Yeah.
So, like, if you want me to do something, you need to tell me
So you don't need to do it.
specifically what you want me to do versus,
Pushables.
yeah, there'll be none of that. I need to know what it is you want me to do versus, like,
The seriousness is like, there'll be no that.
He don't do the push and pull.
Oh, pushables.
Guys.
Can I say one thing about Bullwhip?
Always.
He came from an image
Mhm.
that he aspired to be like. He came from the bottom. He had somebody who told him what to do, and then he had somebody who bumped him up a notch and told him, I don't want to go into too much detail, but Brody Hawk helped him. He did. But
from day two.
on that same
Day one was a little rocky, but day two, we got right back into
I've
it.
heard stories. Brody Hawk don't play. But
He got a little softer in his older age, I must say.
he got a soft spot for Bullwhip Ballard.
Don't say that.
But anyway, I will say that Tiger Williams, I've been subject to a couple things.
Phone calls, you're on speaker, you don't think you're on speaker, you're probably on speaker.
Has
Always
also
speaker.
You don't have enough vodka left.
helped mold. You ever seen pottery?
Yep.
Yeah, has helped mold. But from day one, the man, I will give him props, has been there. After Bullwhip has had a little ass kicking of his own.
Sometimes you just need that readjustment in your life.
But it is true, though. That's not wrong.
Granted, that was not 100% on me.
Yeah, it was.
Bullshit.
That's what we're gonna talk about right
When we
here.
say he's a pussy,
This is what we
Let's
need to
go,
clear.
Brody.
We need to clear this up, here,
Yeah.
young man.
Yeah.
I've let you go through these last few years telling your little story.
I
And
said
I
a
have
story
not,
was a pop.
and I have not corrected you, but I will tonight because we're live.
I'm ready for your
Right.
We're
reacting.
live, and I've been drinking a little bit.
Yes, you have.
You may have been told not to go out the ring.
That's not what I was told.
What was you told? You tell what you was told, and then I'm gonna tell you what you did.
I want to take you back to one foggy night in a
No,
distant.
I just want you to
Not so distant. Not so distant past. I was told down at EPW in God's country, Boonville, Mississippi, that I'm trying to help a fella out. Listen, anyhow, I was told at EPW, if y'all go down, don't stay down because somebody will step on you. And once again, I just literally just got it out of my mouth. I'm not a read between the lines kind of guy. If you tell me you want me to do something, I'm going to do it. If I remember to tell what you want me to do, I'm going to do it. Needless to say, I remember too good that night.
You know exactly what you were said verbatim.
Okay.
Back to you, Brody.
All right. So that's great, but I was not trying to put him on the mat. I punched him in the face.
No.
He no-sold. He no-sold.
No.
And then I chopped him.
He don't know
And
that.
he no-sold the
He
chops.
shot me twice.
And he no-sold them.
The stupid
And the
G.
no-selling of the chops.
Come
And
in,
the no-selling.
ass kicking.
The no-selling. Yes, the no-selling period is what got him the butt whooping.
I'm not sure about people that know so.
Honest
That's right.
God.
It matters.
Honest God.
That's all. I wasn't trying to make him bump.
100%, bro.
I was just chopping and hitting, and he no-selled.
And that
And
moves
when,
switch.
and when he did not no-sell, oh hell, oh,
Assisted in the selling.
oh hell no! You are going to sell, young man. You are going to sell.
My moral of the story is there is Brody Hawk, who helped Bullwhip Ballard come up in this business.
Yeah.
And then there is this man that sits to the left of me who gives good advice in this business, who helps him become. And then there are a couple other people who think they have given him credit in this business who ain't got shit.
Johnny Dawson.
Bullwhip Ballard is today.
He's talking about Johnny
I'm
Dawson.
sorry.
No,
I'm
hold on.
sorry, but there are people
Don't
who take
take-
credit for him
You
today.
don't take anything away from Johnny. He created an opportunity.
You're missing the point. That's why you don't need to eat no more gummies.
Johnny Dotson made the heel change.
Johnny didn't make the heel change.
Who did?
That was not heel.
Johnny's the one that told me to do it.
He may have been the one that told you
You
to do
can't
it. but
take
who was wolfing
anything
the show?
away for fucking. You can't. For
Brody Hawk told Trevor.
I
rookie ass people.
Brody Hawk told Bullwhip Ballard to come to Bluff City Wrestling. Johnny Dawson told Bullwhip Ballard to turn heel. The heel change.
After we had that discussion.
Movement
Johnny Dawson, and I hope this thing is working.
is when we see.
I'm about to put it on you, brother. About to about to deposit a knowledge bomb directly in it,
Hey, hold on. Wait a minute.
directly to your cranium.
You.
You go ahead, Tiger.
You cannot take anything away from anybody that's helped anybody. Period.
You're missing the point. He's claiming that he's done things that he's not doing.
It doesn't matter.
It does matter.
It doesn't matter for somebody. It does not matter for somebody that might be climbing
Not twice, they don't have to shake the sheet. If they don't shake it back, good.
And I don't give a
You and I are going to have to agree to disagree.
You get it. You get it.
About a 5-minute podcast that when you got a guy that could be potentially be a millionaire.
Okay, now hold on.
in life.
Now this is
So we need to be careful.
This is where
about
Brody-
what we need to say.
this is where Brody's going with it.
You're again, you're overanalyzing everything that's being said.
Brody.
Because he's not-
Shit works.
No.
Let me deposit an
Overanalyzing,
outlaw.
dog.
No, I'm not going to let you say some shit that might
Got a
backfire.
video show me.
He didn't say anything that's going to
And I'm
backfire.
going to make sure you
Probably
don't.
video. It's probably video of that little kid.
Please.
What?
Please, have your call.
Okay, this is my issue. I've been sent to I've went to these places. And Johnny will call and say, hey, tell so-and-so Johnny Dawson says hello. The problem with that is I don't know if they like you or don't.
That's a justifiable clause.
Okay?
Justifiable.
Okay. Johnny Dawson also says, I'm booked on XYZ shows. Oh, I double booked, I can't make it.
That's independent.
My
that's
problem-
independent thinking.
Now this is where he's right.
You're above that now.
To where you shouldn't be talking about that.
You're right. I'm just going back to saying, go out and bypass that.
That's the only right point he's got.
You can kiss my ass. is
That's
what
the only
you're
right point he's got tonight.
Going back,
Let's go back to
Bypass
how Olivia feels about being a wrestler's wife.
Hold on just a second. Hold on a
Why
second.
we
Hold on a
went
second.
that direction to
Olivia is
begin
blessed to
with
be a
is to keep
wrestler's
numbnuts
You
over here
ain't
from
even
saying
back.
Hold on a second.
He's
Hold on a
just
second.
saying.
Time out. Here's the whole truth anyway that everybody's missing. It doesn't matter at the end of the day.
No.
What matters is that you're going to get advice from everybody here and there. It doesn't matter who they are and how long they've known you.
It don't.
That does not matter because how you take advice and where you get the advice, people are going to put in words from everywhere. Everybody's got a perspective on how they've helped you or how they haven't helped you.
Everybody's got an opinion.
And they do, and they always will. And and honestly, at the end of the day,
But my
I could
thing
care
is,
less.
my thing is,
Oh, I am. I've drank it all. I know.
Hold on.
This.
I
say it.
go and I put in all the footwork.
But that's what I'm about to
It
say.
spun to where I was sent.
But this is
Or I did this, and this.
yes. But here's
when
my
it was
thing.
me.
But here's my thing, and I'm getting there to that. So here's the other thing is
That's where I'm going with it.
because we all feel like we've had a hand in something. We all want to feel that way at least. Like because everybody cares and like boom. Some people have a different reasons why they do whatever they do. But at the end of the day, it all comes down to one thing. You're the one who's making it happen for you.
Yes.
You're the one who's taking advantage of the opportunity that's been placed
Yes.
before you. Regardless of who sets it there, doesn't matter. Regardless of who has helped you along the way, does not matter.
No.
The one thing that matters is that you are taking the advantage of the opportunity that you have that so few people give up on or don't strive towards or try to get on.
In the world of professional wrestling, you have a less likely, the odds are less likely for you to actually make it to the big contracts than there are for college football players going into the NFL.
Yeah,
I'm telling you,
Absolutely.
you've never heard of it.
you haven't.
That's
and,
another
and,
thing.
and that's the thing.
And that goes back to what?
Blake Christian.
Yeah,
And now Aaron Roberts has got WWE.
Yeah.
It was Blake Christian,
Bullwhip
then it was
Ballard.
Marco Stunt. All these years later, now it's Aaron. Aaron's been
Yeah.
signed.
Bullwhip Ballard
and-
has worked
yeah.
WA shows. I'm telling you. If you
And
don't
look, you were
aspire
all about this.
to be that, it's not going to happen. If you do not have a goal,
yes,
and he can say he did not have a goal,
You're right.
but he did.
he did. He knew he wanted to go somewhere.
He had a goal.
And that's important.
If you aspire to be that, you're never going
Yeah.
to be that.
You're not.
You have to
And
believe in yourself.
yes, you have to, and that's the thing. Like the reason a lot of these guys, these weekend warriors, as we call them, we're included in that.
100%.
Is that they don't have drive to do anything else. They're happy being where they are and what they're doing. You have to want to, and
If
you.
that's what
You're
want,
at about
then that's
6 now,
okay.
son.
That's fine, and it is fine. But like you as a wife,
Always.
like we talked about earlier, you being the wife of one, like you see the goal. You understand it as his spouse,
The
right?
shit out of
My
Bullwhip Ballard
grandpa
on
You know.
TV.
in WWE dark
Yes.
matches. He was
You got about
never
5
main
minutes
event. He was never mainstream.
Yeah.
But he done
Yeah, you
WWE
said
dark
word a lot.
matches.
I have not.
Exactly.
said a word a lot.
He aspired to do that.
I have not.
That's right.
Why does everybody keep pointing at me?
And
like
that
I'm
matters.
saying the F
It
word?
does.
Stuff like that matters a great
Tomorrow,
deal.
when you
You
get
have to have
tomorrow
the
when everything wears
confidence
off,
to be
you
able
watch
to
the
do
show
that,
back and you
because
see
if you
how many times
I'm
you
not
said
watching.
You have to.
can't confident
Except for
in
Halo.
What the hell
That's
do
a
they
good
have?
show.
What
I know, I
interest
watched
should they have in you compared
I like
to somebody
Halo.
else who
I
has
do
all the
too.
confidence?
Yes, absolutely. And all that has to matter. And it's like him.
Series with
He cares about where he wants to go, and it matters as much as
Care about 24/7.
it is because you know it matters because he talks about it. And as much as we give him grief because well, we like ribbing him, it's fun because he's younger than us, and it's just what you do to young kids, right? But the fact that he has the desire over so many people that I know who are talented, and I know a lot of talented people out there, but they don't have the drive.
There's nothing
They don't have the
to be
sacrifice.
prouder of than
Here's what y'all got to
opportunities that
understand.
he
This is
has
what
had
you
and
do.
to
You
do
got to
Yes.
understand.
Absolutely.
and that he is using to it.
Yeah, I am, but I ain't happy.
That's right. And it matters. No, me and her talking.
We had this discussion.
So it matters.
We had this. In my day, it was. In my day,
He
it was
does.
265 days. Okay, 265 days a year, you were gone, away from home.
And that's a sacrifice. that
And
you
I
have to
called
make.
Bruno
Yes.
that night. I called Bruno.
It
I said,
is.
Man, what is it now? Well, he didn't answer the phone. He called me back the next damn morning, woke me up because he's a little midget.
Shout out to Downtown Bruno.
He
That's
called
right.
me,
The
he
most
says,
humble
I
refugee
said,
there is.
what is it now? It was 265 during my day. It was 285 during his. And he says, oh, now it's 300.
Yeah.
That's something you two will have to figure out.
And we have talked about this.
When the money
That's
starts
a
rolling,
sacrifice that we are willing to make. We have got 3 kids. And
that's a life-changing sacrifice, though.
I mean, that's the thing, and that's. But here's here's what I want you to understand: it's that kind of commitment that it will take for you to succeed in this industry. If you cannot look at yourself and think, "Man, for 300 days, I'm not tucking my baby in. For 300 days, you will not be there." Do you understand what I'm saying? You won't. It's no matter what is your price is what I'm going with this.
What are you willing to pay for your dream?
Because
And for the dream of your family.
as it stands right now, as of today, it's 300. You sign that contract, it's 300 days. You get hurt 150 in, you're out. That's what happened. 30 days in, blow my shoulder, I'm out. Because they're not going to spend the money on you. But for 300 days, you're not going to see your family. They're not there. You are going to go from Detroit. You're going to land. You're going to work. You may have time to hit the gym. You get on the plane after the show. You're in Detroit or New York the next day, and it's the same thing, dude.
Right.
It's the same thing. New York, Los Angeles, Houston,
That's another one.
You're everywhere.
You're at 8 now.
I don't give a flying fuck.
You're at 9.
I'm
He's
trying to
not brave
explain
because the
how it
bottle's
is.
empty.
But look, I want y'all to think
The
about
bottles
That's the
there
thing.
are 365 days in a year. There are 52
I'm glad I kept my mouth
weeks
shut.
in a year.
Ain't it pretty?
So that is one
Christmas
day home
gone.
a
New
week.
Year's
It is.
gone.
It is.
Big
That's
show
one day home a
gone.
week.
It is.
You think in 7 days,
Nathan.
I will be able to see my husband and my kids will be able to see their father
Mhm.
one day a week. That is an appearance one day a week. But their daddy, my husband, is out making a living for us one day a week.
That's right.
It
And
would
it
be
is
the
a
same
sacrifice for that guy
It
too.
would be the
That is
same
a
thing as if he was deployed to a
Yeah.
battlefield somewhere.
That's true. That is
Or if
true.
he was
Yes.
making the big dollars on an oil rig somewhere. It would be
Yeah.
the same.
You're actually home more as a wrestler than you are those two things.
2 weeks.
With the war thing.
But that's what I'm trying to explain.
Yeah.
300
All right,
Is that
let's take a
something you
shot.
two are willing to?
Ready?
What
Here
is
we go.
this?
Oh, is this the buttery nipple?
Yeah. Buttered it.
Fantastic.
Let's go.
The light.
wait, wait.
Whoa! May the wings of liberty never lose a feather.
May Bullwhip succeed.
Man,
That's right,
you're
Bull
drunk.
May
Whip.
my ass.
Doing yours.
See, that's wrong mentality. May.
Here, you might as well drink this one too, because I ain't drinking it.
Yeah, I can't drink another one.
It is though. See
It
what
looks good.
is?
You did
Oh,
a
that's
you did a
delicious.
fine
Yeah,
job.
that's delicious.
My whole face is numb. I can't drink another
At
one.
least that one.
No,
That
sir.
was mine.
I don't do peer
That was
pressure.
mine.
I'm
I
good.
don't want it.
You did it before.
That's before I learned my lesson. I sit here for an hour. I'm good.
Another one.
I have to
That's
remember.
what's
You'll have to
keeping me
take the
from
brunt of the tag
pushing
team match tomorrow.
He don't like stuff
We're
in the bottle.
equally
Yeah.
almost as drunk.
No, we're not. You eat more than I do.
So drink.
You don't know
I guess I'll drink his. Come on.
because it's
What-
hard.
what-
I guess you really don't know until you've been put in that situation. Honestly,
I'm drinking it.
you don't know if you can do it or not until
Dude,
you do
I
it.
can't. If I drink it, I'm out.
You're out. That one drink's gonna kick you out.
Dude, my whole face is numb. You realize how much alcohol is in that one drink?
Not
Yes,
enough.
ma'am.
Give it to Jen.
That's what I'm trying to
Tell
do.
me what to do.
Enjoy your
Brody.
moments is the best
Give
thing I
it
can say
to
right now.
Yeah.
Just enjoy your moments.
He drank it.
Don't get the big.
Thank you, Olivia.
If anybody deserves,
There's bigger moments to come that you.
Go ahead, Olivia. We're good.
if anybody deserves a spot, it is these indie wrestlers who go out every single weekend and sacrifice their social
You know how
life,
many,
Mhm.
how long
They're-
that's gone.
family.
I say piss on them. I'm
Especially for the ones who care.
If he can do it, anybody can do it.
Yeah,
Because
it's
he's
the
been in
mindset.
this business for 10 years. He didn't believe he could do it until 2.5 years ago.
That's right.
Look at what he's doing now.
Exactly. And it
If
shows you can do
aspire
it.
To be it, you can be it.
I agree.
Get in the gym, get your connections,
Is he
and
in
go
the
to the
gym?
shows. Yes, absolutely he is.
Ask him if he's running.
He is.
By the way, I like them high top tank. Those high top.
When was the last time?
They're not high top, brother.
They looked high top.
When
He
was the
pulled.
last time you
He hadn't
were-
pulled all the way up to his titties Saturday.
Let's show
Oh, you talking about my trunks? You talking about the shoes?
Your trunks, buddy. Your trunks.
You
I know it ain't your shoes.
When was the last time you ran?
What are you talking about? His new
I ran
stuff?
the ropes
His
tonight.
new
That
stuff?
makes any difference.
No.
That's what I want to see, his new stuff.
I
I
can't.
want to see his new stuff for sure.
Can't.
Yeah, well, you can't. Okay, well, then that means you can't be main evented. The fucking
I'm still
Well,
feeling
y'all
the
understand, Bullwhip has no
consequences
quit in him. This dude has no
You may
quit.
not have any quit, but you want to look good doing it.
Stan Hansen didn't look good doing it.
I had more
He just looked like a killer.
But he has took a leap.
I'll be showing naked pictures everywhere.
Might as well get naked pictures.
We want to see naked pictures of Bullwhip.
I'll have to give him the goggles where he can see what he's looking at.
No, I'm pretty much saying it.
That's all right. Jennifer's already got the goggles. She'll see it just
I mean,
fine.
this is Pornhub 2.0.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about.
You got the wrong picture.
Let's go.
I'm
There
out
we
of
go.
that.
No, you ain't.
Dad.
Yeah.
We've had discussions about you.
Mm-mm.
How much is that subscription? Because I can't
You're
afford
supposed
it.
to see all my stuff.
About $300.
It's supposed to be a
Damn.
surprise. It's supposed to be a surprise.
Well, they look good.
Boy, that would be a surprise.
I'm waiting on my boots. My boots are on the way.
OnlyFans.
But that's another important thing too, is investing in yourself.
100%.
Right? You've got to invest in yourself as a wrestler.
If you
to
got
be
any
successful.
pints, just give it up.
Let me tell
Yeah.
you something.
Anybody
Yes.
on the streets can get those.
Absolutely.
Don't want to get too caught up with the NWA because, but at the same time, I'm going with what you said. You don't, enjoy the moment, but don't get so caught up in what's going on.
But stair stepping is
Keep
important.
It is. But like what Tiger said, keep your head, keep your mind. What's coming?
You always have to keep yourself grounded, but you also have to be able to create contacts and maintain relationships. That's
Stay
important.
humble, but be
Yes,
confident.
you have to.
To the young
All
men,
that matters.
To the young men that are forking.
Forking?
Listen, man.
Who's doing 69?
To the young men that are forking out money to go to these
Forkers.
seminars.
It's
It's a highway down the road.
Man,
No.
that is-
But those are important. Those seminars.
Who is it?
It
it's
is.
a work though.
But let me
It's
ask you-
work.
Listen to me. Hear me out. If you go to one of these seminars and you're going to be in the ring performing and they're going to be critiquing your stuff, would you rather go? Let's say, I don't know, let's say Joe Blow down the road has hired somebody to come in and that he's going to let that dude charge $50 a student, and you got one set of eyes looking at you because you work for Joe Blow down the road. Or would you rather go to a seminar that's being held at an NWA event where there is multiple sets of eyes that have different interests?
Well, to me,
Watching.
that's the thing about a seminar, right? I'm not going to a seminar with old Joe Blow who's just coming off or running this and that, right?
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that.
No, but I'm just saying, I agree with you.
I'm talking about if you're going to spend the
I
time
go-
and the money to go to a seminar,
Yes.
you should go to a seminar at a show that has something to offer
Yes.
versus going to
100%. That's what I'm saying.
Little Dammy Dumbass down
Like
the road.
going down to Tom Pritchard, a seminar with Tom Pritchard and people in Aaron Stevens and guys who can see you.
Because the people that are doing the seminar is not the only people watching.
They're not.
It's the people who plug your
Yes,
name to the
exactly.
right crowd. that
Those matter. Because if you're not networking, I'm sorry. People can think what they want to, but if you're not networking and you're not doing the right things in front of the right
You're not
people,
making buzz
you're not
out
going to
of
get
it.
seen.
If you're making $1,000 to go to Philadelphia to teach some young
Y'all are
kids who
so
ain't never
simple.
learned anything,
Tiger, what do you
how to
think?
do something,
He's going to give you some stupid, grandiose thing about what's not real. What's real is you better get your ass in front of people who can see you and help you and who like
My
you.
grandiose thing is why if I'm a $1 billion industry, why would I spend my time wasted on somebody that does not put themselves in that position?
Because the
If you
whole
won't put
industry.
if you won't put yourself in a position to push yourself, how are you gonna boost my product?
That's exactly what we're talking about.
That's what I'm saying.
That's exactly what we're talking
If
about.
you're sitting at home,
Why would I invest in you if you don't invest in yourself? That doesn't even
100%.
Tiger, that's
We're
what I'm
talking
saying.
about that.
If
What are
you're
you talking
sitting-
about?
if
That's what we're talking
Where
about.
are you going?
That's what we're talking
If you're
about.
sitting at home right now listening to this live,
If you don't put yourself out there, and I got
who are you arguing with?
We don't even know. Go ahead,
Tiger,
Olivia.
that's what I'm
Give you an
saying.
example.
Please do.
NWA,
No names.
Power,
No names.
Dothan, Alabama, Hard Times 5.
No
There
names.
was one person in the entire crowd who promoted themselves in the ring. They talked to the fans in the ring. They communicatively.
They brought in the audience.
You can draw. You can tell that. You can tell that.
Yeah.
Kinsey Page talked to the fans the entire time
Yeah.
that she was in the ring. She actively communicated.
She was engaging with the audience.
Bullwhip Ballard does that. It
Yes.
doesn't matter if he's saying
100%.
I'm the best in
Who
the
taught you
South.
that?
Hush.
Who?
It doesn't matter if he's
I
saying.
got, I got
Oh,
something
you
for
hush
it.
too.
Go ahead, but I got
It
something
does
for Brody.
not matter
We're
if
gonna
he's
come back to
saying,
that.
"Ooh, I'm the best in the South," or if he's saying, "You suck."
Yeah.
He is actively talking to the audience.
100%.
There was nobody in that crowd, and I'm telling you, there was about 15 matches that entire show.
Oh my lord.
I'm telling you, we started at 7. They had time limits.
It was a lot of
And
matches.
at about 10 o'clock, they were not done, and they had already had about 10 matches.
Okay.
No, you hush.
Yes.
Whoa! Now, hold on.
Manager's talking, buddy.
I can flip it and rub
Kinsey
it down.
Page in that entire
Take
show
a
was
drink.
the only other person I seen that promoted herself. And
Yeah.
what I call promoting yourself is actively talking to the audience.
I agree
Because
with
you
you.
may not see it, but you talking to these people is building a fan base, even if you are a heel.
Because it makes them feel
Included.
included.
It does.
100%.
And that's important.
Inclusion is important.
Now,
Yes.
can I touch on what I was
No.
told?
No, you cannot.
Yeah, listen, here's the thing. And this is what drew me to this
Tell me about it. Because he.
We were at this.
Okay.
He broke a wall in a church.
His brother did that.
It's a bloodline thing.
His brother did that.
He broke the wall in the
His
church.
brother did that.
Chris Hayes helped me, but you're right.
Before then,
You broke the wall in the church.
I got stuck in the wall. I helped.
I'm sitting out here, I'm announcing, and I'm watching all these idiots. I mean, they're just fucking idiots. Like, this motherfucker, they ain't got a clue. And this
You're not
idiot,
supposed to be saying the F word.
I don't care.
No.
Dude, we do though. That's the whole point of the show.
At this point.
And he's doing his thing, and I'm like, wait a minute, hold on, who? Ah, okay. So the next time we're at this church, and he breaks the wall at the church, and I'm going to say that. I'm like, come here, and we do the promo, and he ain't got a fucking clue. I mean, he's as clueless. He's like a blind man, you know, in the daylight. I don't know what to say.
I've seen it.
So I say, come here. And we're standing at the ring apron. And I show him some shit Dusty Rhodes has done.
Valid statement.
And
I
there was
remember.
actually somebody at the show we done tonight who had no idea who this man
Hear
was.
this. Hear this.
Who said his son couldn't have been no older than 5 years old. Said he reminded him of Dusty Rhodes.
So I pull his ass.
Wow.
I pull his
It's
ass.
a hard time.
Baby, let's go.
It's a hard time.
I pull his ass
baby.
over and I say, listen. The man, you got talent. You ain't got no mic skills. None. Zero. Watch Dusty Rhodes. And we're having to stand here.
The eyes.
We're watching Dusty Rhodes. And he watches Dusty Rhodes and he still don't get it. And then we have to watch Dusty Rhodes again. And we got to watch Dusty Rhodes again.
I don't remember it being that hard.
That
It
just
was.
goes back to where you're an overthinker.
Listen.
And I'm like, and then it finally just clicked. And then he finally hits it on the promos. I'm like, okay, now he's a one-take guy. A one-take guy to his level. That's pretty damn good.
I did nail that freaking promo last year.
And
Nail
that's
all
like,
your promos later.
now he
Appreciate
might be the package. Because now he's got some talent in the ring. Some talent in the ring. I mean, not a whole lot, but he's got some talent in the ring. But he's got some talent on the promos too. I'm like, okay,
Leave
here
it
we go.
tiger. Keep you grounded.
Let's fucking roll with it. So I'm talking to Bruno. All right, man. So
15.
what can we do here? And then he called you. And so now he's with the NWA, which is just a fucking pebble in the creek. Freaking pebble.
I mean, you are like negative 10 shots right now. And I would
He's
love
negative
to see
half
you
that
take
bottle.
all them.
Yeah, I did say at the
you
beginning
have
of
to
this.
drive
Tiger
on
Fish.
that.
Saying the F word tonight.
I didn't say
It's
that.
for show's
I
purposes.
said freaking.
We're trying to promote a good show.
I said freaking.
That is the one thing I will say Tiger Williams has done. He aspired Bullwhip Ballard to do better on his promos. And
I'll second
now
that.
he can rattle anything
That's
off
what
at the
sells it. When you go,
Sammy.
That is what got him an
you
NWA tryout.
got two shots. One is in the ring. The second is on the mic. Second's on the mic. If you can't cut the mic and you got all the skills in the ring, you ain't getting it. You ain't there.
Well,
You're
when
not.
we talk about the NWA, the mic skills got you.
You did.
Because a lot of people can bump. A lot of people can do moves and take bumps and do crisp moves here and there. That's fine. That's a dime a freaking dozen.
Look,
I'm sorry. It does. If you don't have personality and you can't talk,
because they can't
it
take
don't matter.
They can't make any
You
money
gotta
with
sell
it.
yourself.
They can't make any money with it.
No, you
No,
can't.
yeah, at all.
The moves don't mean anything if you're not doing them for a purpose.
No, they don't.
So
And all these young guys saying, "I'm gonna do a 450. I'm gonna jump off the top, do a flip. It's gonna be great, man. It's gonna be
But
great."
How do you get people interested?
Exactly.
you're showing me.
I'm telling you, the match that y'all had with the Kazanas in Missouri, I've been in the
Brody gonna
business
like
my whole entire life.
You don't like this.
I was
She's already
sick
told me.
of wrestling.
But the night that y'all had the match with Kazanas, I wanted more.
Oh wow!
Never.
Did they not do the 5?
Thank
Did
you.
y'all not do the 5 more
Never in my
minutes?
life.
We did. We did.
And I was screaming 5 more minutes. I'm telling you, I wanted more.
We did.
I wanted more.
But when you work with people who are professional, right, who understand, like the Kazanas do, they get it. It's
I've looked at it.
we're on like so, and this is and that's a great segue. And thank you for saying that, Olivia. But like, isn't that something when you're out here working as a wrestler, and one match turns into another match? It's just another match. You're just going through the motions. But then when you meet people and you actually have something that's cool and lasting,
Pretty good.
it's cool when you can actually go out there and perform, and people, it's like it means something.
I'm telling
Like it's different. It's not complicated. Like we did nothing complicated,
you.
right?
But y'all taking it outside of the ring, into the concession stand, but in the same aspect, there were, like I said, going back to the NWA show, y'all were interacting with the crowd. Even though y'all are heels, y'all were still interacting with the crowd. AJ Kazana come up to my table and said, I need one of those, talking about a Bullwhip shirt. I mean,
Yeah.
I wanted more. I seriously
Yeah.
And I have watched y'all and watched y'all and watched y'all. There has not been a match as good as the one that y'all had with the Kazanas. But that is because y'all took it above and beyond. Y'all went outside of the ring. Y'all were squirting ketchup on each other, for God's sake. I mean, like, y'all literally took it out of the ordinary. You do not see that
that's
shit
old
every
school
day.
shit. Yeah, back in the
But
day.
I heard somebody say not too long ago. They don't want to be entertained like that anymore.
Old school is the new
What a
school.
joke.
It is.
Bullwhip Ballard is old school.
And
But he's getting over because that is the new
There's a bunch
school.
of guys.
You do not see that shit every day.
There's a
you
bunch of
don't.
guys.
It matters.
Uniqueness
Yes.
matters. You cannot be like everybody else and expect to get over.
I'm
in
gonna
this
tell you right now,
business. You
there is a
cannot.
bunch
That's
of
true.
people.
That is true. I've been saying it.
There is
Period.
a bunch of people that will hear this podcast in the next couple days, and you saying that and Storm agreeing with you is going to trap their ass.
It is.
talking
But it's
Not
true.
be like
Why
everybody.
with them 80 grit sandpaper? They're just good.
I mean,
I was trying to go 58 to come see
use
it.
this as an example. If you use Bullwhip Ballard as a gimmick, guess what?
Yep.
It's not going to go over. If you use Shawn Michaels like a gimmick, guess what? It's not going to go over.
Dude.
But if you go back old, and you know exactly who I'm talking about, if you go back old school and use somebody that you ain't never seen in a long time, but you make it unique to your own personal perspective that nobody has seen before
Olivia's pretty
within
smart.
limits.
She is.
I've been around this shit my whole entire life.
So
It's gonna go over.
I edited the Bluff City show for tomorrow, right? That'll air tomorrow.
Now, what show is this?
This is episode 10. This will be the one. This is the corn show. This is the second part of the corn show, right?
And you know what I told you before that show ever happened?
What's that?
Tell me.
I don't.
He don't
I'm
remember.
drunk. I
Johnny's
don't
memory.
remember.
What did I tell you when I walked into the fitness factory?
What? I don't remember, Olivia.
The show is gonna draw.
Oh, you did say that. You did say
We were
that.
under a tornado watch.
Yes, you
You
said.
want to know what?
Because
in
we
the
were-
South, tornado watch.
Don't mean nothing.
These motherfuckers.
She don't care at this point.
I do not care. These mother effers.
For all the viewers that are left, how many viewers?
I was on the phone with you when she said
For all the
that.
viewers that are left, it's fuck words don't matter no more.
Because we were worried about it.
No, you need one too. You'll
No,
take it with me. Cheers.
We were worried about it. And she was the voice that was saying it ain't gonna matter. They're coming. But that was the cool thing about it. So I was editing the show. I've been editing that show all day. And I'm listening to it. Listening to the sound of the crowd and you had Deacons and 2 Counts commentary on top of it. And Deacon said, I have never heard Bullwhip getting cheered before.
Surprise.
Right? I
Shouty.
mean, like,
Surprise.
but they're expressing that and the whole thing. They said this might be the only town
You want a tip from
he ever gets cheered in because this is Bruno his territory, right?
You want
That made a
tip
difference
from
because
the
it didn't.
aspect of
It wasn't
not the promotions
yeah,
and bullshit.
Tell us.
when you're such a bad guy, everybody loves you everywhere you go. That's when
He wasn't a bad guy at the show.
Yeah, but they don't.
But I wasn't. You know what I mean?
But that's what I'm saying,
You
though.
have to be a baby.
They're-
You did not have to.
And
be.
Yeah.
You come
God
out of the
bless
dirt.
America and every fucking thing else. And as bad as I hate Jerry Lawler, that motherfucker was such a good bad guy.
I mean,
Everybody
we need
loved his
100
ass.
shots by now. I mean,
Yeah,
Everybody
but they
loved
really
Jerry Lawler.
poured it in there.
Everybody loved Jerry. He was such a good bad guy. Everybody fucking loved that motherfucker.
And
Steve
let me
Austin
tell you
was a
something,
bad
the
guy.
show that we went to tonight,
Yeah.
him and MJ Davis
Yep.
were both heels.
But you're that good of a
But
heel.
I've got a video on
Everybody
my
loves
phone
you.
that you hear more Bullwhip than you do MJ. And
Oh,
no
yeah.
hate
Dude,
towards MJ.
you will
He is
feel
a
so
good
good.
I
wrestler.
love MJ.
It was supposed to
He's
be.
coming up.
And
He
not
is.
your
He's
whole
got
house.
potential.
It was
does.
supposed to be
You're
heel,
right.
heel,
He does.
but I wanted to make him take most of the heat,
But
and they were
MJ,
still did cheer me some.
but
That's cool.
Bullwhip
Well, man,
has
it
got
feels
the
so
bigger
good.
pop out of
It
this
feels
match
so
than
good.
anyone.
But you're so expressive now, right? It's it's so funny.
Because I'm tipsy.
But it's true.
No, it's
Totally because I'm tipsy. You invite me here when I'm sober, and I promise you I'll be sitting.
Just be over that
it
corner.
feels so
So we gotta get Olivia tipsy every time they go over here now.
She might have been a butthead at the beginning, but she loved it.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh yeah,
I am
there's no way you
blessed.
can't tell that. I mean, that's good.
She's behind you 100%.
There's
now.
not any.
And you're a lucky man for it.
to get all that
She
No.
might not have been before I went in there and said, "Hey,
Here goes Brody talking about.
Oh shit! He's taking credit for the love. Now he's taking credit for the love.
she
Stop.
said it."
I may have
If
something to say.
I had to suck the toe jam out
Yeah.
of one of the NWA guys' toes to get him a match,
You'd have done
I
it.
would have done it.
Oh,
Oh, that's love,
I
buddy.
wouldn't
I
say
mean,
that.
That's love.
100%.
No, here's love.
But let me tell you,
When you get
that's
to where
important.
you're going, don't even mention my fucking name.
Why?
Because they won't know any different anyway. So the point being,
But,
I would rather
hey,
be the
let me
kingmaker
say
than
one
the
thing.
king.
Saying,
absolutely.
Say one thing.
we're gonna ask you.
Brody Hawk
I didn't say
will
that.
always be Bullwhip Ballard.
Yes,
What now?
It can only be
you're
one.
day one, buddy.
Day one.
You are day one.
Brody
I
Hawk's
could
got.
not find a word for that, but Brody Hawk will always be Bullwhip Ballard.
I got a word for it.
His name will be
Brody.
plugged any freaking
Your name's in the binder.
he goes.
It's in the book. It's
You
in the
know
book.
exactly what he's talking
Yeah.
about too, because that day, Brody Hawk's name was plugged.
In the book.
And
In the
Bullwhip Ballard,
book.
Bullwhip Ballard was the only person on that show that got asked to stay that did not train with Harley Race Academy
Well,
or
all the
Jacob
big
Pritchard's
names.
school.
Right?
Bullwhip Ballard is the only person that came from nothing that has turned into something.
I was-
Even if he doesn't go any further, he has done more than most of the people in the Mid-South have done.
There's a reason. There's a reason she's your manager, buddy.
I will say,
I will say, there's a
I
reason
have
she's your
got no
manager,
filter, and I will remain having no filter.
and that's
because
good.
If we was playing checkers, ladies and gentlemen, it'd be your move. Listeners at home. Booyah!
But
That's why he gets pissed off at me half the
This-
time, because I've got
this
no
is
filter.
why
I will
you are
say
blessed,
exactly
Amigo.
what the hell I say.
And they
because
can't
you got a
take
great
it from
woman by your
me.
side, and that matters. Your support group is everything. Your support MILF is everything. You gotta have that.
And they can't take
Support
it from me.
MILFs are it. You go for
I
it.
said they can't take it from me.
That's it. That's what shirts y'all need. Support MILF.
Support me.
I think it's a
Hey,
great
we got
shirt.
new shirts too.
There you go.
They're just pre-order right now.
Hold my shirt. Hold my shirt. I don't want to show my fat rolls. Too late. I
She already talked about your fat roll.
Booyah! Get yours now. BullwhipBallard.com for all your things. BullwhipBallard.com. BullwhipBallard.com.
There you go. Look at them.
24.
Yeah, Van and Pat all at
You
the
know that
same
means they
time.
lost that belt 5 times.
Shut up! I know you're supposed to say anything on this podcast. Shut up!
You're supposed to be supportive.
Alan, where did you
Boy, you got here late enough, dude.
It's time to start it again.
Oh, we're out of booze.
I mean,
Yeah.
at this point,
The booze is gone.
because I'm ready to stay for another hour.
You just had to wrap up.
Yeah, girl.
The band.
You serious?
Yeah.
I was gone at
You
8:30.
live in Arkansas, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Started
Yeah, I thought.
It's right over.
Why?
It's right over the bridge.
He's not-
It's not that deep into
He's not
Arkansas.
driving.
He's
anyway.
good. That's right.
Nope.
I'm driving.
He had
I
nothing
gotta
to worry
drive him
about.
all the way home,
Crowning.
and then I got to turn around and go all the way back on.
All the way back.
Two double
Sligo.
cream
Brother,
apples with cream.
I don't know what to tell you other than
See,
my
you're
ass
on
is
camera,
on the
motherfucker.
seat.
That's all I got to say. I've been here for 5 hours. Ain't been on camera yet.
He just will not stop.
You are
No,
full of
we're
shit.
trying to
You're
promote
on
a clean
camera
show.
right there.
You're on
Yeah.
candy
And
camera.
then boom. This is what happens.
Okay.
You call me Tigger.
Hey,
You
buddy.
know,
I always call you.
This is why we can't have a good show that's consistent,
you
It's
know,
okay.
that I can promote.
The Bengals.
'Cause most people don't like that.
T. Higgins got his deal.
I really
Oh, I got a video.
I know. I'm proud of it, buddy.
I'm
You-
just
what
a
video?
Bulls fan, but
Somebody has
when
a
I'm
video
going
message
for
for you.
NFL,
What?
I'm going for the
There.
Bengals.
It's got to be that little boy. Is it that little boy?
We're hooked
It
for
is.
life now.
Let's hear it.
It
What
must
was
be
his
chilly
name?
outside 'cause your face is
The
freezing.
one that
It's
followed me on
called
TikTok.
AC.
Do you have the
Is that
video
what it is?
message?
The
Well,
Southern Thunder.
you have the video
Southern
message?
Warrior.
Listen.
Play it.
Hey,
That little dude is a bad individual.
All right, guys, we need Motor Silence. Dogs, if y'all don't shut up!
that's Kyle.
It's gonna be nothing but some bullwhip popping up on top of the jaw busting in the house.
What's her name?
That was
We don't know.
What's
Ty is in the room.
Midget.
No, that's Smalls. Midget's good. Smalls is the
Y'all
same.
listen.
Here we go.
Bullwhip, are you a scaredy cat? Because I'm not. Did you hear what I said tonight? You're down. You're
Look,
going
you
down.
better humble that little guy. Not humble.
He said, "Are you a skank cat?"
A scaredy cat.
Oh,
This kid told me.
I thought they
They
were a
give him a
skank
mic. They
cat.
give him a mic. This kid said, "You suck. You suck." All the time.
5 years old.
Crowd.
5.
And I'd
Well.
say, "You ain't gonna talk. You suck." Crowd go nuts. I'm gonna slap you. You suck. Crowd go nuts. You ain't gonna talk to me. You suck. Crowd go nuts. Little kid was working me. He like no joke. No joke. It wasn't
Oh,
planned.
no, stop.
That's great.
That's why you do this.
That's why.
Yeah.
That's 100%. I agree.
I hooked him up with some signed Bullwhip Ballard baseball cards.
Yep.
That's all I did. I mean, that's all I had to give him. If I had a shirt that size, he'd have left with
So
me.
why do you do this?
I love the kids, man.
That's not true. You do it for yourself because you enjoy the fucking
I do it for
business.
myself because there ain't nothing better than
I
a
don't care, I'm
stroke
already
ego. But at
don't
the
care
same
either.
time, you know, like I want to be that guy.
You do.
No, think about
And
it.
that's the
Think
honesty
about
behind it.
Grandpa. Why do you do this?
I would give.
Look, he'll, you know, he's how bad of a guy these two are, right?
Listen to me. Listen to me.
Wait, listen to
Brody, are
me.
you-
No, listen,
Ho
shut
ho 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 ho!
Oh!
I would just like
There
to
we
point
go,
out.
Chris Kringle.
I would like
There we go.
to point out that Brody Hawk has got a tear in his eye.
Oh my God, tear.
Look at Jen. He wiped it off. We was having a beautiful moment. Brody had done teared up. Jen, look at his right eye. His right, your left. It is shiny.
Sure is.
It's allergies.
Yeah, that's what they all say. It's some dust. Sorry. Fake it.
It's all the green. All
Sorry. Sorry. Storm doesn't dust in here.
Been a lot
Sorry.
of fucking pollen. Huh?
It is. That's a lot.
Oh, white truck. I've had to wash that motherfucker 3 times this week.
I saw a truck
Y'all,
go out
hey,
today on the road.
no joke.
And instead of it being dust behind the vehicle,
my
it was
truck?
green.
This-
You might have so much
No, it
trouble.
was a dump truck.
Storm, this came up the other day.
Yeah.
And it was my mom.
Oh, really?
My granddad was like Mr. Krabs. He was always talking about making a dollar. Money. Right? He would have lost his mind over this.
It's good. Right?
And I just thought, you know, it dawned on me. The only thing my granddad ever got to see me wrestle in was a pair of blue jeans that had horseshoes stamped on the back. All my good gear, like my black pants and my singlet, all that stuff was made like 2 or 3 months after he passed away. So it's just wild to look back, like if you like follow the timeline up and then you look back to see what time when he passed, just how, I guess you could say, off the rails shit has been.
No, I'm good.
And I, you know,
Yeah,
just
the
my
motherfucker
boots,
was camera.
just
You see that?
Here's the
Yeah.
funny thing too.
it would just be wild for him to see.
We were
like,
kind
my
of talking
cowboy
earlier.
boots.
Was it us? Yeah, we were talking earlier, and I'm not going to
I do
mention.
need to do
Is there anybody watching?
Yes, there is. So we were talking earlier.
I love it.
We were talking earlier about in private
You have made me
about stuff, dads, stuff like that. People talking, listening, what family who watches, right?
as
And
his manager.
you know, like my dad has never seen me wrestle, which I told you this story earlier,
Yeah.
right? Which is most of my family hasn't. They've seen video clips, but they've never come to. My sister, I think, is the only person that's ever come and seen me.
Yeah.
Outside of my son, who's in the business, and my daughter,
Fucking stupid.
nobody else has, right? So, what does it mean to you when, like,
You'd have a good time.
family actually comes and shows up to support you?
So there's a difference between coming and supporting and just coming and sitting
No,
there with
supporting. Supporting.
Yeah.
Actually supporting you. Like it means something to you,
Look.
and they're here for you.
There's different forms of support that I figured out.
Yeah.
You ain't got to show up to support. You know, just like talking about it.
Yeah.
Gay.
You know, even if it ain't necessarily your thing, it's just cool
He's
sometimes
tipsy.
to be able to talk with somebody.
Yeah.
Like,
You been drinking?
Yes.
Say F-U-C-K.
There's no proof.
So what?
I'm,
Yeah, it's in your eyes, dude.
I am.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to have a moment here and actually talk about the
I've
show.
I've been up since 5:30 this morning.
No, he's
Whatever. I've been up since
You-
4:30.
Okay.
You know what to tell you. You know who this motherfucker looks like?
Uncle Fester.
Uncle Fester.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I've only said it 1,000 times. Now, please continue.
I am 27 years old.
Are you really?
27.
No.
Crap, dude.
Believe it.
Don't.
What happened?
27 years old, growing up,
360 pounds.
I would always get the lecture.
Yeah.
What makes
I try. Well, if you hear
Oh,
me, out,
listen.
when I was growing up, when I was coming through school, my dad would always tell me, he was like, I wanted to play football. Now, granted, I knew nothing about football other than hit the dude with the ball. If the ball is on your team, hit the dude trying to get the ball. That's all I needed. Coach Purvis would be like, hey, go hit that guy. I would do my best to knock his dick in the dirt, right? Well, my dad was always like, he would say,
Dicks and he was licking.
you ought to be, you ought to give 110% of everything you got. And when them other boys go home at night, they should be like, their
now he's
parents
worried
should be
about
telling
little
them,
dicks, other
here,
boys.
listen,
Would you let him tell his goddamn story? Get off the dicks, gay boy.
he would say, when them other boys go home at night, you ought to play, so you ought to do your job as good as you can do it. So where their parents tell them, you ought to be like that Ballard boy. You ought to try to play like that Ballard boy. Not the other way around. Not the other way around like me telling you, you ought to play like that guy or that guy. I just didn't ever have that. You know what I mean? Like it just, I would, for one, it wasn't that I couldn't, I just wouldn't make grades. I made enough to get by. School wasn't my thing. Didn't want to do it. Didn't want to be there. Sure, every one of us went through it, but I just wasn't that guy. Okay, so football wasn't on my agenda. Granted, I didn't know anything about it.
I love football.
Baseball, basketball, tried them all. It just wasn't my thing. I found my niche in theater, right? And I always give 110%. Theater run its course. Wrestling has stayed.
I remember that. 'Cause you was always needing to take off for certain nights.
Yeah.
He wanted
Performances.
to
and
be
stuff.
Peter Pan, didn't he?
I was actually the Scarecrow.
Hey, so was I. So
You're
was
full of
I.
shit. You were a scarecrow.
Swear.
I played Scarecrow at community
What's
theater.
up, beautiful?
Who's this?
Where at? Oh, sweet.
So here's the deal. Me and you are going to sit down one day and actually have a real conversation and a real podcast so I can be here to talk. Because it's been fascinating.
What?
At least I'm fascinated by it. So,
Nobody said nothing about you, cuz.
Oh, we've had a,
we didn't say anything about cussing.
we've had a real good show.
So, it's, I'm talking about the whole conversation, right? Like this shit.
Meet Bullwhip Ballard. I said, meet Bullwhip Ballard.
Ooh. Yeah, see.
He's going to be the next guy. No, I'm not the man. I'm the man sitting next to the man. Well, thank you, dear. I appreciate
Oh my
it.
God. How much drugs are going around this world right now?
We are live.
Yeah, anyway.
I love you too, baby.
You're live.
If anybody's wondering, today is the day to get.
Guys, we
your
appreciate
very
it.
own-
Thank y'all for tuning in.
Dude, you're live on fucking TV.
I do not give a fuck.
Thanks, Jeff. We appreciate it, buddy.
Did you just end it?
But we are here. Yeah, I'm ending it.
Okay.
Absolutely, I am.
What?
All right, guys.